Hey there, Snicker Snacks. Welcome back to Vorpal Tales Presents Awesome Adventures. As always, I'm your host, really into sirloins, Space Lord Pajamas. Welcome to Steve.
Trinity Continuum Adventure.
You even hit the noise cancellation on that one. Nice. A game about high-flying pulp action set in a slightly more extraordinary 1930s. A story about inspired heroes thwarting evil with dare and do and quick wit. We are Vorpal Tales, and we play awesome adventures and terrifying tales every day of the week. For lovers of Onyx Path products, on Saturdays is Mage Technocracy Reloaded from Invictus with Love, and on Sundays is our Mage Cult Divinity Lost crossover, White Walls. Be sure to check out our website, vorpaltales.com, to see our complete calendar, including all of our other games, see recaps of our shows, and get links to our past archive of shows on YouTube. You will also find links to all of our social media here and our Patreon, patreon.com/vorpaltales. Be sure to check and follow on Twitch so you can get notified of shows. And if you check out the YouTube archive, be sure to subscribe and hit that bell. Also, check out the Kickstarter for this, Trinity Continuum Adventure, as it chases those stretch goals. Special thanks to Onyx Path Publishing for gifting us this exciting game system and all the support they offer. Thanks to Astral Tabletop for the awesome virtual space we use to play all of our games. Inspired, tell us who you are, as well as your name for the character of this tale and what you're playing.
I am Dwayne, made of kimchi on the internet, and tonight I will be playing Daniel Westergren, the Fixer.
Just like the Fixer? That's...
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
He fixes things and fixes your life.
I could really use that. But anyway, hey everybody, I'm Ever. My pronouns are they, them, and you can find me all over the internet as Changeling Ever. Tonight I shall be playing Cecil Bainbridge, whose pronouns are he, him. He's our Poindexter. No, not Milquetoast. That's no. He's the Smarty McSmarty Pants. And he punches things with his mind.
Hello, everybody. I am Steve. You can find me on the internet at Voodoo Arcade. Tonight, I am playing... I almost said Drake. Brock Steele, who punches things the old-fashioned way with his fists.
Hello, everybody. My name is Rachel. I am Stolen Fires pretty much everywhere, and tonight I will be playing the Aviatrix, Betty.
Howdy, everyone. I am Patrick, known on the internet at PettyShakes_, and tonight I am playing Dino. It says here, the face. Yeah, that sounds about right.
Hello, everyone. I'm Travis Legg. Tonight I will be playing Henry Brown, Dr. Henry Brown, the globe-trotting archaeologist.
Awesome. All right, thanks, everyone. So, who needs aspirations for today?
Ooh.
Oh, boy. Probably me.
Mm-hmm.
I might, too. I did say no ticket last week.
You did.
I don't think I did any of mine last week.
I did ruin a Nazi. I ruined several Nazis' days.
You did. That was good job. Good job. Yes, several Nazis' days were ruined by death. And or mania.
Let's leave mine to chat. Give me a good pulp adventure quote that I need to work in. Indiana Jones, Flash Gordon would be a good one. I got in a Flash Gordon quote last week too. But anywhere from any of those, if you have a movie quote, throw it in the chat and I'll make that my aspiration.
I just want to confirm very quickly with both the storyteller and the others. Are we willing to count fight a Nazi on the wing of a plane for me?
I think that counts.
Yeah, you never made it quite to the wing, but you fought everywhere else on the plane.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, that's why I was curious if this counts.
You know what? No, I'm going to be a stickler storyteller. It wasn't exactly on the wing.
Wasn't?
So no, you don't. Yeah, no,
You were
have to
standing on the
disallow it.
propeller, swinging around in circles, but you weren't quite on the wing.
Never quite on the wing.
If I don't let those specifics, gotta keep the rules.
However,
Yes.
I will argue that I did inspire someone to do something awesome.
Yes.
Because I inspired Dwayne to jump out of an airplane with no parachute.
I mean, I don't know if that's inspiration, but yeah.
More
I'll
like
give them
bad
to you both,
examples,
Steve.
Okay, so I need 2 short.
I will say you will have a social encounter as well as a very action encounter. So there will again be Nazis involved.
Okay. Ooh, I would like to have a fan help me mess up a Nazi's day.
Nice.
Because
Like
I have fame too.
And fan?
No, I have
think
fame
he-
too, so
Oh.
I technically have fans in the world somewhere. This would have to
He
be,
wants an
this would have to be some random
Sure.
Wisconsinite like walking through
Las
Hey, an
Vegas before it
impromptu-
was Las Vegas.
Exactly.
right. They make it down there. They're on their way to California. Impromptu sidekick. There you go.
Oh my goodness, are you Brock? Oh, the football player.
Oh,
Watch you on the
jeez.
field.
That's just wonderful to see you out here.
Oh, it's great to see you too. Oh, my accent comes right back when I see a fellow.
Oh, it doesn't take very long, does it? Don't you know?
No.
I could let you guys go for hours.
I mean, I can jump on that Wisconsin accent. That could be a whole
Wisconsin.
like, yeah.
It's a little bit of the Minnesota with you throw in just a little bit of Canadian too if you're talking about your hoose.
Oh yeah, if you're talking about your hoose, I was thinking about it, and I'd like to run out of the hoose and go to the Timmy Hortons down the street there, don't you know, dearie?
Oh goodness!
I'm done. I'm good. Game over.
All right, everyone, have a
We
great
lost
night.
Every Canadian watching this show right now. We love you.
I suggest strongly that we run a stream where we all play characters from Wisconsin.
Oh my god,
I am fully for this.
I'll do it.
I don't know that I could do the accent.
Well, it's not hard at all.
Done. You just kind of have to throw a little bit of this into it.
Follow-up session next week. We're gonna play a group of Wisconsin, like tourists, who run into our group today. Right? We'll like,
How meta.
so we'll backdoor pilot this game tonight. All right. Matter of fact, that's my second inspiration. Backdoor pilot.
Backdoor pilot myself.
Wait, what?
Okay.
Not that kind. Not that kind.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to Vorpal Tales, where we talk about some strange stuff.
Okay.
We save
If it's not food, it's
Save the back.
Travis, how are those stretch goals coming on?
We're not going to talk about stretch goaling your backdoor pilot.
Thank you. That's I was waiting for it. So yeah, Steve, your second aspiration. No, you got your backdoor pilot. We're good. Somebody else with the backdoor. No shit, I said it. No backdoors.
I think I'm going to take the quote that was suggested to me in chat, which is, "Looks like your day just went sauerkraut."
That's pretty good. Props to Alisai for that.
Thank you.
That is dope. I like it. Okay, anybody else?
I do need a short.
Okay.
And I didn't think about it at all as I was listening to everyone else's.
I mean,
I
how
can't imagine
Something.
why.
even- Yeah. Any ideas? Anybody?
Fix something. Fix a plane midair.
Not that kind of
Oh, that's-
fixer.
Not that kind of fixer.
Oh.
Hopefully, we're done with planes for a little while.
Oh, I hope not.
Maybe.
I've already got the out guys of Black Marketeer for my second short.
So, question.
Mm-hmm.
When did people actually start staking out Las Vegas? Like, would there already be people in town looking to make, like, the early sort of...
I don't know,
know,
when the gangsters get there.
It actually doesn't boom till like the nuclear testing is what kind of made it big. Was that's when it was already sort of becoming a sort of boom town, especially because the Hoover Dam literally is just built by like 1936, 1937. And then after that, it sort of starts to pick up. And then when you can literally watch stars explode off in the distance, that's when it becomes Nuke Town, USA.
Okay.
45.
Procure us an atom bomb.
Okay. Maybe something a little bit more realistic, like
It's pulp adventure.
I was gonna say, like, install the first piece of neon on the strip, but okay.
I mean, considering the setting, you could want to procure a Nova bomb. I'm thinking of the wrong quantum bomb.
Quantum,
Or it
would be a telluric energy bomb.
Telluric energy.
Ooh.
Yeah, there you go.
How about, that's a good one, actually.
Ooh, yes.
Procure.
It's not quantum for another 60, 70 years.
That's right.
Boom.
No, more than that. I suck at math.
It better be in the story.
80 years.
Numbers are evil.
Telluric energy bomb. Click it. Okay.
I did not actually accomplish any of my aspirations. I don't think.
Would
I only
like
talked-
to redo them.
I think so.
You impressed me. I even gave you a specific line of dialogue so that you would have completed one aspiration last time.
Oh, yay. Aw, thank you. And you remembered my aspiration.
I did. That's me yes-anding for you.
Aw. Okay, so I do need a new short aspiration. Got any ideas, anybody? Ooh, I want to hit a Nazi with a book.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Let's see you try to burn this one.
Ooh, I like that a lot.
All right. Anybody else? Are those all the aspirations? We're good?
Yeah, I need a short.
You need a short. Okay.
Mine's gonna be use a different accent for Dino. Remember, this is Dino, so Dino is going to use a different accent.
I like it.
Got it.
I am going to.
Is that good for you, Sean?
That works for me.
Okay.
I would like to swap out one of my aspirations because it's the finale. I would like to blow something up.
Yes.
Down for it.
Sure.
Okay. Is that everyone? We're good?
Yes.
All right. Excellent. And Rachel, I forgot to prompt you for this, but could you read last week's synopsis?
Oh, yes, but because you forgot to prompt me, I don't have the file open, so
I'm
hold,
sorry.
please.
Quick, short, 20-second break while Rachel gets the notes. Boop, boop. Quick, 20-second break while
I
Rachel
know,
gets
and,
the notes. Boop.
It's the perfect
Now
time
you're
to go
down
and-
to 10, 9,
Go
8,
get
7,
some
6.
snacks.
Now you've got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Oh,
Unless you
nope,
need me
that's
to
the wrong
repeat
one.
the song again.
No,
Nope,
thanks.
I'm sorry.
Thanks, Patty. We're good.
Google Drive is misbehaving.
Oh,
I've heard that's going around.
Quick, short, 20-second break while Rachel gets her notes.
Hold on. I think then we could Travis, if you're okay, take this moment
right.
to actually remind people once again that this game, Trinity Continuum Adventure, is still on Kickstarter.
It is still on Kickstarter.
And we are closing in, or you are closing in, I apologize, on your $100,000 stretch goal, which is another what is this? Sorry, it's another scenario. So even more scenarios and adventures to run through this. So closing ever so closely in, not that far away.
And don't worry, it's not me personally.
Okay.
Yeah, there's another adventure at 100,000. We unlocked the one of the alternate timelines. That's super cool.
Yeah,
That's
Adventure
fun.
Addendum,
Ooh.
alternate timelines, which I'm stoked for.
Yeah,
Okay,
no doubt.
I have it open.
All right, excellent. Whenever you're ready.
All right. As we take to the skies, we realize there's someone already in the plane with us. Just shy of middle-aged man, cowering behind a seat, wearing a slightly outdated and worn suit. He's a bit scruffy, with bags around the eyes, but does appear armed. Brock tries to energetically greet the cowering man, who takes umbrage at such a name. He introduces himself as Dino. The meeting is a bit frictiony as Dino fears robbery. But Henry smooths everything over by pointing out the Zeppelin on our starboard side. Betty does some trick flying to avoid it, only to encounter two biplanes coming up on an intercept course. She shouts at her passengers to shoot out the wings. Their canvas will tear. The passengers respond by strapping themselves in and opening the side door to give themselves the chance for a good shot. Betty shifts to a more defensive style of flying, which is good, as one of the other planes opens fire. Thankfully, they miss. Cecil uses his intense mathematical knowledge to instantly calculate the forces acting upon us, awarding Daniel a bonus for when he takes his shot. Henry decides to go full rage, ripping his own chair out of the plane and then hurls it at the other plane. Daniel, firing at a nearly superhuman level, lands a direct shot on one of the plane's engines. Dino occupies himself by getting rid of any excess weight to help the plane go faster, including Brock. Brock does a mid-air barrel roll and catches the tail of the other plane, while Betty banks around to try and ensure the plane is under him in case the worst happens. She also throws the co-pilot parachute behind her, saying, "Someone's gotta go get him!" As Brock dangles from the biplane, he sees one of the two people flying get out of his cockpit and launch himself forward, trying to bull rush Brock off the plane. He doesn't manage to knock Brock loose, but does end up in a grapple. That's about when the Rocketeers come at us. But Henry, working with Dino, managed to prevent them from entering the plane. They do stick themselves to our plane. One of the enemies strafes us, though the other one begins to lose control. Brock continues fighting the man grappling him, managing to shake him loose. Cecil draws on his mental powers to afflict our enemy's machinery with actual gremlins. Henry grabs Dino's arm and yells, "There's something on the wing of the plane!" Daniel puts his hand on Henry's shoulder and says, "I have an appointment with destiny," and throws himself out of the plane. He aims for one of the men with jetpacks, hoping to acquire one of his own. He doesn't quite make it, but Henry notices how the jetpack attaches and uses that to help Daniel. Meanwhile, Dino uses his gun to literally disarm a Nazi. Daniel falls off the plane, but it's fine, because now he has a jetpack. He starts flying towards Brock. Something slams into the cockpit, shattering the windshield. It's a person, and he's trying to climb in. The pilot, being throttled by Brock, comes to, just long enough to point the plane towards the ground. Brock moves quickly, wrenching the throttle away from him. Betty grabs the jetpack invader and hauls him towards the back of the plane, shouting, "Incoming!" Dino, seeing the jetpack Nazi slam into the rear of the plane, comments, "Weird, I thought I got rid of all the garbage in this plane already." He tries to unbuckle the jetpack, but fortunes quickly reverse as now Dino finds himself pinned against the plane's wall by the Nazi. Cecil sends his mind fist towards Dino's assailant, stunning him and forcing Dino's release. Henry relieves this Nazi of his jetpack. Brock continues wrestling with another jetpack Nazi, while one of the Nazis in our plane tries to grab Olga and the briefcase, and another one tries to punch Dino in the face. Betty draws on her full daredevil nature to do some extremely fancy maneuvering. She bounces, rolls, and otherwise manipulates the plane to shake one Nazi loose and rattle another one while keeping all of her allies, including Olga, inside the plane. Cecil takes advantage of the remaining Nazis' befuddlement to deliver a psychic boot to the head. Dino finishes him off by gently guiding this Nazi to the plane's door, then unloading his firearm into the Nazi's stomach and shoving him into the sky. While all this unfolds inside the plane, Daniel swoops in to save Brock from the falling airplane, immediately gaining 1,000 feet of altitude. Now we have a Daniel cannon with a Brock turret. Back in the plane, Henry shoulder checks the Nazi menacing Olga while yelling at Betty, "Dive!" The Nazi falls into the propeller, becoming a fine red mist. Betty dives to retrieve her companions, saving the briefcase. We're down to only one jetpack Nazi left, and they're headed for Daniel and Brock. Daniel throws Brock at the remaining jetpack Nazi. Brock fumbles in midair and begins falling. Fortunately, Betty catches him with an airplane. "Good of you to join us," greets Henry. The happy reunion is thrown off, however, as we hear gunshots. The jetpack Nazi is still in the air and has taken out one of the propellers. Daniel goes after this Nazi while Henry comforts a very barfy Olga and Cecil. Daniel slides into the co-pilot seat while Betty works to stabilize the plane, helped by jetpack Daniel. It's over? At the very least, we have a chance to talk about what we've just been through. Henry gives Betty the moral support she needs to make it through the Nevada mountains and safely land at the Las Vegas airstrip. We deplane and debrief Rexington, waiting for us on the ground. Rexington learns of the professor's demise, which isn't entirely a surprise. We're paid another $100 and directed to comfortable lodgings to further decompress from our adventures.
Nice. Thank you. Thank you very much, Rachel. That was excellent. And so we continue the conclusion of our pulp. Steve.
Adventure.
Thanks. And now let's return to the busy streets of Las Vegas in the conclusion of our story, The Purest Evil.
Both of them very busy.
It's never not funny. Like, I don't.
Excellent. So, yeah. Wow.
I have an honest question for you.
Yes.
Did you write that hook not realizing that the year would have made Las Vegas like 3 buildings and like a horse tie?
No, I totally did that on purpose.
Okay.
Yeah, thrown off. Okay. Oh, so you guys have managed to get back to Las Vegas, and you're there for a few days. Rex has managed to rig up a bunch of like Winnebagos in like a circle, and then in the middle is like this nice little patio, like eating sort of area where you're separate. You're just outside of town, but you kind of have your own space where you're well taken care of. He's asked for you to stay as he's developing a plan, as he has some thoughts. And this morning he comes out and he greets you all. He's like, "I have a thought. I think we have a spy in my father's business. A Nazi spy."
No, good God.
Yeah, terrible. So the plan to bring over Dr. Fisher was only explained to everyone on the board of directors. They were the only ones that knew that I was doing this. You see, I needed my father's money and his permission to do this. I was bringing him over under the guise of him being able to improve our operations and tire production. But I also had some other plans for the doctor that of no big concern right now. But anyway, we have the briefcase. Olga is being well taken care of, and but I really feel like we need to deal with this Nazi spy situation.
It's,
Well, obviously.
it's Rex,
Thank
right?
you. Yes.
Rex, if you don't mind at this point, I'm afraid I have to ask the difficult question.
What's that? Yes, I will pay you another $100 if that's what you're asking.
No, I believe $200 is more than fair for the work that we've done.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't speak for all of us.
Yes.
No.
Well,
Buy so many
no,
books.
Rex. A fair pay is all that we need, and we have been fairly
Yeah, and a fair
compensated.
pay is another 100 smacks.
$200 to air fight Nazis. That's more than generous.
You could have died.
It was
Brock.
$200 to escort the little lady. The Nazis were an unexpected road
yes,
bump.
they were
A
unexpected.
road bump.
air bump, more like it. But anyway, I think
Turbulence.
just invented
Wait,
turbulence.
What the hell is an air bump?
Thank you, Cecil.
That's why I didn't say it's an air. What the hell is an air bump? It's
Well-
a road
Cecil
bump.
has a point in that we could have died, but the important thing is that we didn't.
I like your style, buddy. Anyway, Brock, and he just hands you another $100 because he figures that's what you're after.
I cannot in good conscience take this.
Oh,
No problem, Brock. I'll take it for you.
I'll split it with you.
Deal.
Okay.
takes it back, changes it.
God, no. Brock is not that dumb, is he?
I rip it in half and I give half to Betty
Like-
and half to Dino.
Rex is looked really disappointed in you, just like,
Brock, I don't think I've ever hated a person more than I hate you right now.
Even Daniel is shaking his head.
I'm gonna try to not take it personally that you didn't try to fuck me on purpose like this, but let me just say, we're not friends right now.
And I just kind of put my hand on your shoulder. I'm aware. Hopefully this is a learning opportunity for you. No.
I think it's hilarious.
So,
This man thinks he's Captain Planet or something. I don't know.
all right.
I'm
Right.
gonna tape this $100 bill to my cockpit.
Rex, once again, I have to
Yes.
ask the difficult question.
uh-huh.
What is it that the man who went overboard was doing for you?
He was working on
If you say
New
tires
designs?
right now,
for production for tires.
No.
That's all I can tell you right now. Anyway,
No.
so I think the best way to ferret out this Nazi sympathizer and spy is we hold a gala here in Las Vegas. None like they've ever seen before.
They haven't seen one before.
So, do you plan on getting the Scorpions tuxedos or something? Like, what's the plan here?
What I think we'll do is we'll bring in some caterers. We'll do
From
the whole
where?
place up. From
With what?
Well, we'll find them. You know, I'll fly them in. Anyway, Dad'll love it.
Sure.
We'll have a whole new grand sort of gala about a new chain of tire change stores that'll expand my father's business. He'll love it. And then we'll start here in Las Vegas and then just sort of branch out everywhere else. Because I have a feeling about this place. They just built that dam. And yeah, you know, I feel like this is just going to be a big place that we can do stuff. Anyway, yeah, so I think we'll hold the gala. But what I want you to do is I need you to sort of interrogate, but not interrogate. What's the word? Schmooze with our board of directors and see if you can't figure out which one of them might be a Nazi sympathizer.
Are they here now?
No, we'll be here in like a couple of days when the gala happens.
Aha.
Right, so we just prop our feet up until this gala?
I mean, I'll have it organized in a couple of days. I mean,
That's what I'm saying. So in a couple days, we just get to sit here working our tans?
I mean, yeah, you just fought Nazis and you were in the air and
No, I'm not trying to get more work. I'm just making sure you don't have anything you're expecting of us these next couple of days.
no, I think you all could use a slight vacation and then
Fantastic.
yeah. See, Dino gets it. Dino, I appreciate your gusto. Does anybody else
I go
have
to
any
the-
questions? Not looking at Brock.
I have a quick out of character question.
Yes.
During this rest that we've gotten, do we regain inspiration?
Mm-hmm. There's plenty of time to get that.
Dito starts rummaging through the Winnebagos looking for lounge chairs.
Oh,
Brock's,
they're already set up. Like there's
Oh,
just,
fantastic.
yeah.
Brock sticks around in whatever room it is that we were having this meeting with, very specifically waiting to be alone with Rex.
Okay. Unless anybody, I'll leave you to breakfast, and then I'm going to head into town and see about getting this gala started. I think there's a phone there. If not, I'll find a pigeon. Yes. There's probably a telegraph. I'm still out of my element here, not in the city. Anyway, I will be back. He just kind of starts to walk off.
I'll follow him.
Okay.
And again, kind of like it's that thing where I kind of come up behind him in the hall and just be like, Rex.
Oh, Brock, how are you doing?
Um,
I don't need an escort to town. I think we're safe.
Good, because I'm just letting you know I quit.
Oh, you quit. Why is that?
I will have a certain manner in which I must conduct myself for the betterment of all. And unfortunately, working with someone who's going to lie to me is one of those things that I cannot do.
Lie to you? What are you talking about?
Omission is lying.
I mean, you have what you need to know to do what you need to do.
No, I do
heard
not.
you.
Because I don't know what it is that you're doing, and if my services were to help you, and I do not agree fully with what it is that you're doing, then I, of course, am culpable for those actions.
I can tell you that my intentions are perfectly genuine, Mr. Brock.
Okay.
As are yours.
Excellent. Well, I'm letting you know now that at this point, you are going to give me what it is that you're working on, what your end goal is. Because if not, I'm going to go in there and tell everyone that at this point you are refusing to inform us of what it is that your actual intentions are, and that we are nothing more than mercenaries and no longer heroes. And what I would like to do is actually give him the command, tell me now what it is that we are doing. And if I can, I want to use the specialty that I have in integrity to combine that with the other skill of command to kind of like force him to do that over. Since specialties help you kind of like build bigger dice pools if I read them correctly.
Okay.
So can I use my stalwart integrity to like literally Captain America this with like my goody two shoe nonsense?
Sure, yeah. Go ahead. Give it a
Okay.
roll.
And I would like to use my, I guess, presence or composure? Which one do you think?
Okay.
I guess I'm
I
trying
would
to
say
force
you're-
him to do something, so I'll go with presence.
Presence, yeah, I was
Yeah,
going to say presence.
okay. I like that. Resilience is more, or composure is more of a resilient thing. All right, so that's 6. That's 9 dice for this roll.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. One, 2, 3, 4. 4 successes.
4 successes. So he kind of mulls about for a minute, kind of looks around, and he puts his hand on his shoulder and he's like, Brock, I admire you. I want to be like you someday. And I'm just taking those steps to assure that I too can help better mankind through heroic and bold efforts. Can't really tell you much else, but I can tell you my intentions are quite genuine.
And the way that he says it, just kind of reading him, which is, all of that, does it seem like he's telling the truth?
Yeah, you can tell he's never really lied to you.
Omission is lying. Okay. Yeah, point taken. Okay. For the sake of obviously staying with the group, I trust him when he says this. He's not gonna turn out to be a secret Nazi or.
He'll actually follow you back, and he'll come back and he'll like, Brock brought up a good point, and I just want to say that Dr. Fisher was working on something quite special that he wanted to ferret out of the Nazi hands, and well, when I figured out about it, I figured I could put it to good use. So I can tell you what was in that briefcase and what those plans were that I believe Cecil took a look at some point. Were documents about an apparatus that can be used to help better mankind.
In what way?
Through daring do and being a beacon of light for all humanity and the future.
Would Cecil actually remember, like, did he actually get to look at and examine documents? I know he kind of rifled through them and they were confusing, and he tried to reorganize them and then reorganize them to the previous order that they were in. So would he know any bit about what it is?
You kind of remember how good is Cecil with like mechanical engineering?
Yes.
Well, what are you like? What skill in specific are you looking for? Like technology?
Just
Because I've got 2
science.
dots in tech, 2 in science.
Okay, science or technology would work. More science. This is definitely science.
2 dots.
Is it possible that we can collaborate on this? Because I have the skill trick, engineer's eye for technology.
I
Oh.
also have photographic memory.
Okay, so yeah, you could easily sort of have a powwow and just sort of talk about what you think it was.
Yeah, if you can use your photographic memory to sketch it out, but it can be like, oh, that's an interesting thingamabob that would whistle in this precise way to have such and such an effect.
Yes, go ahead and give it a science roll there, Cecil, and see what you come up with.
Just science, or would you like anything else?
No, obviously, silence or intellect, whatever attribute you think is good for it.
And difficulty of?
Always 8.
Oh yeah, that's right. I played so many games this week. That is not a complaint, mind you. Oh. No.
I take it was a good roll.
2 1s, 2 or 3 4s, and a 9.
Ouch.
So nothing.
Well, 9's a success.
Yeah, 9. So you got 1 success. You're able to sort of like rough it out, and as best as you can draw it, it looks like some sort of piston-like system that draws its energy not necessarily from like natural fuels. But that's all you really get. And
Would it be powered by telluric energy?
possibly Betty, you can roll as well to try to sort of deduce what it might have been used for, might be used for.
Okay, technology?
Yeah, tech and whatever attribute you think you want to try to roll with it.
My cunning is slightly better, so I'm gonna go with cunning.
Yeah.
Just to be like, oh, this is how the wires work, and be more like interpretive.
Okay.
If I'm looking for 8s, I got 2 successes.
2
and
successes.
a 1.
So you're able to deduce that it's not an actual like engine, but it almost looks like Cecil's drawn something that looks like somebody could wear this, maybe, possibly, in some way.
Was this like a power suit of some kind? Because it looks like the arms would go there. And why would you put the main energy source directly over your heart? That is just terrible design.
A power suit, as in like a strong navy blue?
Don't have a change, Brock.
Thank you, Henry. I shan't.
I just look up from the breakfast table. I shake my empty Bloody Mary glass. Yeah, Dino's gonna need another.
Somebody comes over and like gives you a fresh one. But yeah, you do it not, it's not a bold blue suit, but yeah, it does look to be some sort of apparatus that one could wear.
More like, if we could put little generators in your boxing gloves, so you could hit harder.
Yeah.
Only a
Oh.
whole suit of that.
That's
Perpetual-
definitely something we would like to keep away from the Nazis.
Yes, a perpetual energy walking aid.
A suit? You're saying it's a suit that might be able to run off of caloric power that anyone could use?
Anyone that had access to the technology.
Like a diving suit.
Huh. Rex, I'm glad this was taken away from the Germans.
Yes, they have no need for such things. Or they shouldn't have need for such things. No, totally said that wrong. Anyway, you probably want to destroy all that so that that doesn't fall into the wrong hands. And I'm going to go into town and make a phone call or a telegraph or a pigeon. I'll be
Try
back.
all three.
Yes.
Morse code.
Good job, Henry.
Telegraphic pigeon.
And he'll leave, and then yeah, you guys are left with those designs that you've scrawled out and the idea of a telluric energy suit of some sort.
I'm not all that swift with technology. I have like one dot in it. But this doesn't look like this looks like it's feeding the suit itself, right? Not like it's pumping telluric energy into the person.
No, it's using. It looks like it uses the suit would use telluric energy to sort of power itself, and somebody could wear it and then utilize it.
Well, I'm sure that's perfectly safe. Like this radium.
Just don't lick it.
Radiation
Yes.
only hurts your molecules, not your outsides.
Just chews on it a little bit.
I used that once to paint my little sister.
Play with some mercury over in the corner.
Fun. So yeah, unless anybody else has anything else to do, it takes a couple of days to sort of arrange this party, and you're free to do whatever you want to do for a couple of days. And yeah, it looks like they're gonna pull off some weird gala that they're gonna fly or drive people in, and they're just gonna throw like a party of a grand opening of or breaking ground of a tire change store.
Brock goes and finds like a farm nearby or like just a homestead and just kind of helps for a few
Okay.
days.
Fair enough. There's a couple
I
that
think-
you can just wander around with. Sorry, Rachel, what were you saying?
I think Betty will go with Brock. Anyone need their crops dusted?
Yeah, you could do a crop dusting, even though they're growing dirt.
Say they're in the desert. Dust this cactus.
A
Yeah,
moisture
cat-
farm.
Or a maybe they may be growing potatoes, possibly. Don't know.
So disappointing. Alright, I'll just steal a plane and practice flying.
Yeah, they actually have a couple of planes there. Company planes that are there. Dino.
Yeah.
What is Dino Dinoing?
Dino works in his tan.
Okay.
Dino proceeds to drink the entire place out of Bloody Marys.
It is a feat to behold, but they have to like send out for more liquor.
Dino then nurses the heartburn from all of those Bloody Marys, realizing he's not a young man anymore. And then you said what we're doing the whole for the couple of days, the whole couple of days.
Yeah, like you have some free time.
Okay. Then at night, during the nights, Dino will attempt to go from Winnebago to Winnebago. I'm sure these are all Rex's men.
Mm-hmm.
just play cards with them every night. But purposely like losing too. You know, I'll lose like, you know, $5 a night. Gasp. So much money. But I want to press Rex's men for information. Just be like, you know, what kind of guy is he? What's he usually kind of get into? You know, tell me more about your bosses, the board of directors. Have you ever met any of them? You know, have you met any of their like, you know, number twos? Have you, you know, just pressing these guys for information, all the while just making it casual. You know, you just dealing these crap cards to me all night.
So you're interacting with them. Let's see. I would say integrity or larceny, depending on like how you're trying to
I have a specialty in empathy for reading people.
Oh, empathy, right. Yes, there's that one too.
Okay. And then like manipulation maybe?
Yeah, that was my thought.
All right, that's 9 dice.
That's a lot of dice.
Wow. 10 and an 8. So
10 and 8. Okay, that's 3.
Right.
So you, over the course of a few nights, you kind of get the ideas of the power structure and how things are working in this company. You know that Thaddeus Olds made it big in Texas with oil, which then turned into just he moved into rubber and just like they sell a lot of tires, kind of military contracts and things like that. Then everyone thinks that Rex is kind of an idiot and just sort of there because his father gave him
nepotism.
Yeah, like he was his father wants him to take over the business someday, but Rex just has all these kind of weirdly bold ideas for expansion and just way ahead of his time. Doesn't make a lot of sense there in the 1930s. But just everybody just thinks he's just kind of an idiot, just spending his father's money. They do mention that there's a board of directors. There's like 7 of them. They're just either friends or associates of Thaddeus's that's just over the years have just come together, and they just form the board of directors for business purposes and just sort of relationship purposes. And then nobody really knows who any of them are. They never really interact with them because these are all like sort of labor intensive level people who just keep things operational. But yeah, you know, there's about 7 people that are on the board, and they're all just white dudes because it's the 30s.
That's telling in of itself. If even one worker can't name or describe a single board member, that's telling in of itself. All right.
You do get the feeling that the board only exists to exist, and that the company's basically run by Thaddeus, and just all of the business decisions are made by him and his sort of execs. So yeah,
it's a bunch of old white dudes getting paid to do literally nothing.
Yeah, you do get the feeling though that none of them are really mistreated for the standards of the times. In fact, their wages are a little bit higher, and they're kind of taken care of for the most part. None of them really hate their jobs or working for the Oldses. They just seem like decent people with a lot of money.
Okay. All right.
Danny boy.
Yes.
What do you do in your spare time?
So, in Daniel's spare time, I would most likely ask Rex for a list of people who will be attending this gala.
He will. So you get like the elitist of elitists, the richest of the richest of sort of Hollywood at the time. And he does kind of rattle off who he remembers from the board. So he gives you the names and the best things that he can kind of come up with as far as who they are and what they are. There is a guy named Brad Nelson. Rex is just like, he owns a chain of retail stores. I don't even know what he sells. There's a Gary Trapper, who's an oil mogul and a friend of Texas from back in Texas, real yeehaw American. There is Melvin Coolidge, who is the third cousin of Calvin, and he's in textiles and married.
Is he also silent?
Not a big talker, not a huge talker. Sits in corners and just doesn't do anything. Jared Russell, who manufactures gears. He's married and has 2 kids. There's John Smith, retired military consultant. He's kind of the one that gets in on the military contracts for the company. There's Chad Riker, who's an executive for a car manufacturer at the time. And then there's Gordon O'Houlihan, who's just an old drinking buddy of Ted's who sits on the board.
Now I am a globe trotter.
Mm-hmm.
And I have globe trotted to those seedy underbellies of the cities that people walk on.
Yes.
In my dealings with any of these dastardly deed individuals, have I heard any of these names like, oh yeah, this guy wants this?
No, as far as you know, these are all just...
These guys are all on the up and up?
Yeah, as far as you know.
Okay.
You've never heard their names in any seedy underbellies or those descriptions of anybody anywhere. Yeah.
Now being in the war,
Mm-hmm.
would I have known this ex-military guy?
John
or
Smith?
have I heard of his stories?
You get kind of out of the few people, like between Dino's information and what you remember and what Rex kind of rattles off, like he was like a low-level officer. He did some war stuff. Like
An officer.
Don't really remember.
Well, that was uneventful.
Sorry.
But enlightening nonetheless.
Cecil, what are you doing in your spare time?
Oh, documenting all these adventures, firstly. Secondly, reading that brand new encyclopedia that just came out. And
Pretty spiffy thing.
yeah, the whole thing, A to Z, just the entire encyclopedia. And then also helping out with research, because I think maybe, just maybe, I might be able to, if you'll allow it, use enigmas to try and research things and intellect.
Okay, what are you trying to research exactly?
Basically any like subtle signs that someone in the business might be the sympathizer. Like just tiny little, like any symbols they might have posted in letters or correspondences or on their person.
So none of them are there yet, and you don't, and Rex is kind of outside. Like I said, Tex just gave him a job as like a low-level vice president or something. He's the boss's son. So Rex doesn't really pay it. He knows their names and he kind of knows their story because he has to sort of like schmooze with them every once in a while. But Rex doesn't have any sort of documentation or any correspondence with any of them. You do know, just from sort of following up on events, they are all coming, as well as a bunch of other people from California to this weird event out in the middle of nowhere. But there's no like real interactions with any of them other than if you were gonna pull something out of thin air, basically.
Okay, well then just, preparing, documenting,
Okay. And what does our globe-trotting archaeologists do in their spare time?
So, do we have a layout of what this gala is going to look like? Like, where is it going to be? What's going to be? Are they setting something up? Is it going to be outside, inside?
So it's going to be outside. They're basically going to take up the main road of what was Las Vegas at the time. I forget the street, but it's just basically one long street goes back, and then there's like a T-cross at the top of it. So they're basically at the front of town. They're going to put up a bunch of tents and sort of use the middle of town as just sort of like an open air event space.
I would like to, if the story guide would allow, and the others would be willing to lend a little aid should I need it. What I'd like to do is set this area up as much as possible with traps, weapons caches, just pepper the area so that if we do run into, say, super soldier Nazis again with jetpacks.
I mean, I don't see why that would happen, but
right.
Sure.
Better safe than sorry.
Right.
I want to set it up. So like, for example, 20 feet outside of where the gala is supposed to be, if there's like a pit that people might fall in, if we move them over that way. And like behind this tent here, I've buried some guns. I just want to give us kind of that, hopefully like a narrative oomph rather than mapping it all out, so that way we have something to fall back on, something that we can spend a little inspiration toward. I'm happy to like make survival checks to build toward that. You know what I mean? To give us like a basis.
Let's see how quickly or how sort of productively you can do it just by rolling survival and whatever attribute you think you're.
Cunning, probably.
Cunning sounds like a good one. Yes.
Gotta make sure we put hand grenades among the fruit trays.
Right.
There's a couple of pineapple grenades in with the pineapples.
I want to make sure we have traps everywhere, and if I get an extra success, maybe put up a toll booth somewhere in the middle of the desert just in case.
Gonna need a shitload of dimes.
Anybody got any dimes?
Grenades. Yeah, my mouth stopped working. Yes, disguised as pomegranates, so they're pomegranates.
That is, it's one success. I got a 9.
Unfortunately, you had 9 complications from Ever's pomegranates.
That only seems fair.
Yeah, you set the town on
successes
fire.
were 10.
Yeah. One success. You are able to stash a few weapons around town in sort of unobvious places, but no pits. You do manage to get like you tie a rope to something that you could probably stretch out and like trip somebody if you wanted to, as like a quick trip sort of deal. But you do have, there's guns and a couple of grenades and a few other things. How this stuff is here, Rex is just like, yeah, it's in the trunk or whatever.
Sure, yeah.
Everybody has access to that stuff these days. Yeah, so there's a couple of guns, a couple handguns. You probably have like an old cowboy rifle somewhere, and then there are a couple of grenades that for the purposes of just story events, you can just be like, am I near a cache? What's in the cache? And we'll see.
All right, cool. And then I will let everyone know, like in our party, where those are hidden.
All right, cool, excellent.
The idea being that hopefully we're the only ones who know where they're hidden.
Oh yeah, definitely. Like you're able to just sort of get them, like you lift a barrel top and it's there, like sort of strapped to the bottom or something, or just like inside the barrel. Just really unobvious places that nobody would even think to sort of mess with. Cool. So all right, you guys have all set. You're all given like very fancy evening wear, if you'll wear it if you want to. Otherwise, you can just kind of go as yourselves. It's up to you. No pressure. So Rex did tell you all the names, and so there's got to be yeah, okay. So you're able to cover at least. He basically lays it down like he wants you to interact directly with each of the board members and try to talk to them and try to use your powers or your just sort of skills at conversation to try to talk to them and see if they are some sort of sympathizer or something like that. But you will have trouble because there's only 6 of you and there's 7 of them. So somebody will either have to do double coverage or you'll just have to watch that guy from afar and see what happens. So who wants to pick who? Danny boy, did you happen to write down that list, or did anybody write down that list?
That was a long list.
That would require me being a good player.
I know, right? All right, so he'll go over it again. He's like, so there's Brad Nelson, owns a chain of retail stores. There is Gary Trapper. He's an oil mogul, old friend of my dad's, just Yeehaw American. There's Melvin Coolidge, third cousin of Calvin. That's he's big into textiles, married. There is Jared Russell, manufactures gears. He's married, 2 kids. There's John Smith, retired military consultant, proud American. Then there's makes a big stink of it too. There's Chad Riker, executive of a car manufacturer. And then there's Gordon O'Houlihan, who's just an old drinking buddy of my dad's.
Might I suggest Dino? You go out with hang out around O'Houlihan.
Yeah, all right. Sounds like a cool guy.
If he is still a drinker, perhaps you can bend your elbow with him.
All right. And, if I get this guy to, try to match glasses with me, I could pull double duty if need be.
I'm gonna do this out of character for now. Dwayne, I feel like your character would be good with either the politician, Coolidge's third cousin.
Melvin Coolidge.
Yeah, or you are former Marine or retired Marine.
Yeah, but this guy is an officer.
So it's a little different.
Definitely different. Were you enlisted?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, definitely different.
I mean, it's got to be Calvin Coolidge's family. That guy was racist asshole.
I mean, everybody was a racist asshole back then. Just it was the level of degree.
Yeah, I mean, I can chat up Mr. Coolidge.
All right.
Betty, question.
Yes, answer.
How similar are the mechanics of both a car engine and a aeromobile engine?
I was thinking that as well. I'd be happy to speak to either Jared Russell or Chad Riker.
Perfect.
Let's say Jared.
I think perhaps 2 of us should double up and one of us should stay on kind of an overwatch, looking around, making sure nothing untoward happens, watching out for suspicious characters that aren't these folk.
Now, I do have a nice specialty that allows me to awe the masses, if you will. So I could take on quite a few if need be.
All right.
So got Brad, Gary, and John,
Cecil, how are your observation skills?
and Chad.
Oh, well, I observe a lot of books. Does that count? I have a brilliant photographic memory, if I do say so myself, and memorization. It's kind of my specialty.
Perfect.
So if
And
you
I
were to
have
look at a-
eyes.
So if you were to look at a room, you would be able to tell if, someone was coming in late or moving from person to person, anything with your photographic memory?
Out of character DM. What skills would you expect me to use in order to observe lateness?
Or just Cecil as Overwatch, would that work
Oh.
for them?
Oh, I'm totally fine with that for Cecil.
Okay.
I was trying to preemptively
Sure.
plan roll.
No offense, Cecil. Perhaps you would be better used standing afar and watching as opposed to engaging with other people.
Wait, what's that supposed to mean exactly?
You seem like an introvert.
Yes, but no. But also yes, but also no. You see, I just enjoy regaling people with facts, and sometimes they don't take kindly to that.
These are rich men. I don't believe facts are what they're looking for.
I mean, they wouldn't want to hear about my latest reading in the newest encyclopedia edition?
On the off chance that you do end up talking to the Nazi, probably not.
Well, that's disappointing. But that's to be expected of a Nazi.
Mm-hmm.
And who was the oil baron?
Gary Trapper,
Gary-
old friend of Daddy Old's.
He's a Southerner, so I shouldn't talk to him.
He's the yeehaw American guy, right?
Yeah, and
I will-
Dino should not talk to him.
I will engage with Mr. Trapper. I believe that we might be able to share share some stories.
All right.
He's Brad, John, and Chad.
So who does that leave me?
Because Cecil's doing Overwatch, right?
Yeah.
Well, I would suggest that Henry might be able to trade interesting stories with John Smith, the retired military man.
That's fair enough.
Okay.
And
So now
I'll
we need to
try
double up.
double up on Chad, since Brock has a good point in that, once you get him into the shop, all engines are very similar.
All right, I'll talk to Brad. All right, cool. I have labeled them all in our chat.
Okay.
Beautiful.
Cool. Thank you.
All right.
Excellent. So, you all enter into the party. Rex is like glad handing. He's kind of like falling around his father. His father kind of rolls his eyes as he sees all of you enter as well. From Rex, his dad is the only one that is aware of why this party is taking place. Everybody else is kind of witless about the whole thing. There's lots of foods that no one's even heard of before. There's that obligatory like plate of caviar, small little finger handheld size beef Wellingtons sort of things, just all kinds of weird, really ostentatious food. Lots of fruits that there's just more fruit than anybody could eat. And there's a small band, like a little string quartet playing in the corner, just playing that sappy rich people music. And then you got like tents and there's lights, and the whole thing's just it's kind of a fun time. There's just a bunch of rich people milling about. You recognize a few silent film stars, and it's just a lot of rich people from California. And
Dusty Bottoms, is that you?
yeah. So each person is able to approach their like Rex will point each of them out to you as they enter in, and they're all sort of introduced by a MC, and you're able to sort of go about your business and do what you do. So who wants to take on their task first?
Since Betty is doubling up, she will seek out. Let's see, who am I down for? She'll probably start with the gear manufacturer, Jared Russell.
Okay.
Another fake Jared.
Another fake Jared, yes. So you walk up to him. He's kind of a tall man, blonde hair, very like slicked back, kind of has like a very thin mustache across his lip, and he has his wife who's just wearing this long gown or whatever. So yeah, he's just sitting there talking to a couple other guys and just making those stupid laughs. How do you approach? What do you do? How do you say?
So the first thing I have to do is compliment his wife's dress.
Okay. She immediately does not hate you anymore as a woman, trying to speak to her husband.
Right. So spend a little time on small talk, like, it's so amazing, that's such a beautiful color, where did you get it?
And she's like, oh, this old thing.
Yeah. And then, I'll probably like bring up to her. I hear your husband is into gear manufacturers.
Oh yes, he's just been into. He manufactures. It's an old family tradition, I guess you could say. We've been manufacturing gears just as long as gears have been in. We go clock gears, machinery gears, all kinds of gears. Just we make them. It's just been the family business for so long.
Okay, I'm gonna focus on her right now and be like, oh yeah, tell me about your family. Where are you from?
So that 2 generations ago they came over from Europe. She mentions like Austria or a little further east than that. She talks about just their grandfather died recently, father's ill, sort of talk. Give me an empathy or integrity, and whatever attribute you think you want to roll. To try to sort of like curb the conversation into something that you want to try to get information from.
Yeah, probably cunning, I think.
Okay.
I have a skill specialty in lie detection.
Oh, okay.
That's a 10 and 2 8s and a 1.
Oh, nice.
But those don't count.
Those don't count. So you're able to sort of get into the business and like how gears work, and you kind of get a sense that she is a little worried about the business sorts. She makes a slip and talks about a time that Jared came home like really angry and just like didn't want to talk about the business, and he's been pretty quiet about work lately. But you sense that it's not actually openly discussed, and if you try to press it, she's just like, oh no, everything's fine, the business. And you can, as you look at this, like when she referenced this old thing, yeah, it does look like an older dress, not something new that somebody might buy and wear for a big event like this. So you get a sense that something might not be right at home in a way.
Yeah, so I will immediately deflect by like, oh, I see that I am talking about potentially uncomfortable topics. So let's shift to politics. You say you're from Austria. What do you think about what's going on over there?
Oh, it's just you know, it's just everybody has their place, you know? And I feel like there's some halfway decent ideas, but just the whole place is just I really feel like Germany just got a bad roll into the deal in that war.
Well, it's been lovely talking to you. I should probably make the rounds, but let's get lunch together sometime.
Oh yes, she has no idea who you are, what your name is. We'll switch up to Dino.
Yeah. I'll go after Patches for not Patches. I keep want to call him Patches. I want to go for Gordon. I want to go for Gordon O'Houlihan first.
Okay, he is already at like the moment you entered. He was at the bar. He has not left the bar. He
hasn't left the bar. Okay.
No, he has not left the bar.
I will take a tray of whatever is the closest finger foods off the waiter. Be like, trust me, I'm gonna need this more than you. And I'm gonna take the tray and just kind of hold it with my two hands. I'm gonna saddle up to him on the bar and just plop it down. Be like, I find that if I really want to go all night, I really need something to wash this stuff down with, you know?
Yeah, right. You know, this gala shit, this gala food. You know, sometimes I just want a sandwich.
I'll take I'm assuming I got the bruschetta tray. So I'll take one piece of bruschetta, the other bruschetta. I'll smash them together. Go, hey, sandwich, just like Mama used to make.
Just like Mommy. And he kind of clinks sandwiches with you and then tosses it back because it's a little and just gulps it right down and then washes that down with a drink, slams it on the table, just like, damn, that was good. You know what? I need more people like you at these things. Just screw all this finger food crap and let's get some goddamn sandwiches up in here.
Snap over at the bartender. 2. And when he goes to bring his 2 shot glasses, no. 2 bottles.
He kind of looks at you and just like, he reluctantly brings you 2 bottles of.
I'll slide him a $10 bill.
From your gambling winnings.
Yes.
Fair.
Well, mostly losses, but now I have change.
Right.
So
he's like, $10 bill, just like, okay, damn.
Then I'll kind of shift my body so I'm facing towards Gordon now.
He sees you give him the $10 bill and he's like, damn, son, high roller, what do you do? What is it you do that you can just slap tenors down everywhere?
I do a little bit of this, a little bit of that, and I got an important family back up north,
Oh, I see. Yeah, well, I'm from the South myself, Texas, greatest country and greatest state in the world. Anyway, but so
that's debatable, am I right? Now, nudge them, be like, New York's not too bad either.
Fuck them New Yorkers. They don't know how to. No.
Fuck them Texans. Am I right?
Yeah. Fuck you.
Fuck you.
Fuck you. And you he's sort of getting slightly sloshed at this point. It's like, you know what, son? What's your name?
Dino. My friends call me the mouth.
The mouth. Yeah, son, I see why they say that. Anyway, man, we should get some more of them sandwiches up in here. I feel like feeling a little bit peckish.
I just like grab the arm of a passing waiter, take the tray off of him again. I'll put it down. No, don't need to go nowhere. First class service here.
Just starts tossing back whatever it is that you managed to grab. It's like, so what is it you do? How do you know what you do? What's your relationship here to the peoples?
Oh, me? I'm a good friend of Junior. Yeah, me and Junior, we go back. We're good pals. I showed him a good time in New York one time, and he just saw he can't keep me away from these kind of gala things.
Between you and me, kid's a fucking moron. Always got these crazy ideas, wasting his dad's money.
Well, of course he's a moron, but he's got to be a moron to invite someone like me to one of these things. Am I right?
yeah, that's right. Get a drink about a house and home, it seems. Yeah, so you know little Rexia. That's interesting. I had never done seen you before.
Oh, keep company like me, you don't usually keep around the good people. I'm not silverware you keep in the back, You don't put it with the fine china.
Anyway, he's a good kid, just dumb. Just wasting dad's money. Anyway.
Well, makes me seem like you know Papa pretty well, huh?
Yeah, we go back, old drinking buddies. He don't drink no more. All business like, whatever. But you know how it is.
So, what do you do to keep by? What do you do to keep up, this great habit we've got here of drinking the brown water?
I made a lot of money and down there in Texas, just mining and drilling holes in the ground, and I'm just kind of living off the fruits of my labor, you could say.
Yeah, I respect that. That's how I plan to live one day. Go out there on Long Island one day and just sit on the beach, let the tide take me out, never come back.
Here, and you guys clink sandwiches and drinks together again.
I'll excuse myself and just kind of whoever the closest one of our group is, and be like, this guy, he's too American and he's too drunk to do anything Nazi-like.
Okay, fair enough. Daniel.
Yes.
What you do?
What did you say? What did I do, or what?
Yeah, what you do? How do you approach? How do you talk to your person? John Smith.
What?
Or no, sorry. I don't know why I said that. Brad Nelson.
What? Who? You're confusing me, sir.
Why are you not on this list?
Melvin Coolidge.
Melvin
Danny.
Coolidge.
Okay, I was like, his name's not Danny. Melvin Coolidge. Melvin Coolidge, who is sitting quietly in the corner with his wife.
With his wife? Oh dear.
Yes.
Seeing that he is with his wife, I will not second guess my approach at all and be as loud as I can possibly be, as that is how I am normally.
Okay. What do you say? How do you approach? What do you do?
I will walk up, stand firmly in front of him as if at attention.
Mm-hmm.
I say, if it isn't Mr. Coolidge, the mogul of textiles.
Kind of looks up at you and like, do I know you, sir?
No, sir, not at all. You do not know me. However, I am a big fan.
Are you of textiles?
I do love a good textile.
Okay. What about them?
Well, you see, sir, in my many travels around the world, I have come to appreciate different cultures and the fabrics that they weave.
Oh, yeah, I guess that's kind of interesting. Textiles, yeah. I like textiles. They're good things.
How is the business for you these days?
It's good. I think yes. That's what my accountant says. He says it's going pretty good.
And how is your brother?
My brother?
Yes,
Derek.
John Coolidge.
Well, my brother's name is Derek. Do I know you, sir?
We have already established that you do not know me.
Oh, then why would you think I would have a brother named John?
Is John Coolidge not a very famous photographer for different types of textiles?
Maybe. My brother's name is Derek.
Well, you have a distant relative by the name of John Coolidge.
Oh, I wonder if he's related to Calvin as well. Huh.
I have met him once.
Oh, did you?
Not Calvin, John.
Oh. The photographer?
Yes.
Not my brother?
A
Interesting.
relative.
A relative.
Have you ever sold textiles to Nazis?
Okay, I guess that's what we're gonna do.
Dwayne, you have slain everyone in the stream.
You
Literally
gotta
everyone.
I had a drink in my mouth.
You gotta
I
catch
like-
him off guard.
I like how, because we were all already losing it, we were all muted and we had to unmute ourselves.
The old Legally Blonde attack.
Oh my
And
god.
your boyfriend's name?
I see you've used the Zellweger maneuver.
Wow. He just oh, I'm dizzy. Holy crap.
Oh, sweet baby Jesus.
He just kind of looks at you like, sold textiles to Nazis? What? No.
Yes, the
Why would
Germans,
I-
they enjoy a good cape, I believe.
I mean, mate, you'd have to ask my accountant where the stuff goes. I don't know.
Is
I
your
just-
accountant here? May I have words with him?
No, why would my accountant be at a party like this? Who the hell are you? Why are you bothering me?
My name is Daniel Westergren.
Okay.
Have you ever heard of Bondegi?
No.
Ah, it's a wondrous bug. The silkworm, I do believe that you call it.
Oh, sure.
I saw them when I was traveling Asia.
Interesting. I think this is the first time I've left California.
How are you liking it here in our wonderful wonderland?
It's very dry and hot. In fact, I think I need another drink.
I pull a drink from my back.
Oh, kind of reluctantly takes it and why
How do you know our host?
just I serve on his board. I think I sold the textiles to his suit maker. I don't know. We met at a party once and he just asked me to join his board because he needed people, because he apparently needed a board for legal reasons. I'm not sure.
Now, are we speaking of Tex or Rex?
Tex, his son's kind of an idiot, I think. That's what I
Yes.
hear.
This is correct.
Oh, okay. Nice.
I work for
Um,
him.
Oh, I'm sorry. How's
He pays
that
me.
going for you? Oh, okay. How's that working out for you?
Good.
Okay. Okay. I think I'm gonna go over there. It's been nice meeting you. Daniel?
Very well, sir. I will. Words. He doesn't actually say that. I can't think of the word. Although he might say words. While you go over there, I will sit here and chat up your wife.
Oh, no, she's gonna come with me. I think he's trying to hit on you. Come on, let's go. He just kind of wanders off with his wife.
I will strategically write in carrots on the buffet table, he's not selling textiles to Nazis.
All right.
Wow.
Two things real quick. Did you say Nazis enjoy a real good cape?
Yes, he did.
No, I said
Okay.
Germans
I-
enjoy a good game.
Okay, I was making sure that was what was said.
Nazis, I'm still dying from that line specifically.
Second, I am pretty sure I have met this person at a bar before. They just come up, spew random shit at me for a good 10 minutes, offer to buy me a drink, and then say, all right, I'm going to talk to your wife now.
Right?
I got some things that I think we should explain about the kinds of bars you're going to.
Oh. Wow.
See, I threw you off.
You did.
That seemed like a good time for a break, right?
Yeah, I think I need to recover from that, and then we'll get to the other. Yeah. Wow. Okay.
Oh,
Holy
God.
crap.
I also appreciate the image of Danny taking the time to spell in baby carrots.
Yeah.
He's not selling textiles to Nazis that by the time he's got like not spelled out, there's like 3 of us over there like, what are you doing touching all the carrots? He's like, oh, he's not selling textiles to the Nazis. Proceeds to keep spelling it out in carrots.
Word is getting around the party that we're out of carrots. It's like the whole talk of the party right now.
Or I
just have
picture.
this
Oh, go ahead.
image of someone walking up to the table who
No.
wants carrots and just reading it, being like,
Smack their hand. No.
Taking carrots like off their plate. Like, no.
No. He leaves.
Excuse me,
this
I
is
need
what
these.
happens. He leaves the message. He's not selling textiles to the Nazis. Someone comes up and just takes, weird, and just takes the not part to their plate. So we walk by. Oh, we got him now, guys.
All right, let's take a break. We'll be back in minutes. What's time? Holy crap.
We will be back at approximately 10:50. Thank you, everybody. Please stick around for the thrilling conclusion of Trinity Continuum Adventure.
Holy crap. Okay. Hey there, Snicker Snacks. Welcome back to the conclusion of our conclusion story. What is it, Steve?
Trinity Continuum Adventure.
The Purest Evil, which we found out is selling textiles to Nazis. So,
Via baby carrots.
Henry, how do you approach your query?
I think what I'd like to do is, just go up, excuse me, drink in hand, and I'll say, "Are you John Smith?"
I am. Who are you, sir?
My name is Dr. Henry Brown. I was told that you had served a bit.
I did. Served in the Great War. Served my country proudly.
Where were you stationed while you were over there?
France. That was me being questioned because I'm trying to remember World War I history.
Sure.
Lots of France.
Lots of France.
Lots of France.
Flanders.
France. Just France. Yeah.
Did you get the occasion to do much traveling afterward?
Yeah. I was over there for a while. Couldn't get home. I was actually wounded, and then
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
yes, I did venture into Germany a little bit. Came back route through France, and then came back from England, and finally moved back to my wife and kids.
Germany right after the war. That must have been something.
I was curious to see who I was fighting, what was going on over there. Just depressing.
Quite. And things haven't exactly gotten better, one might say.
No, but I hear they're getting themselves together now. That's what I hear.
Well, I suppose. I have low opinions of the chancellor, you might say.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with having a little pride in one's nation. God bless America. All right.
Well, a little pride in the nation, that's true. But historically speaking, I'm something of a historian.
Oh, but you said you were an archaeologist. He has no idea what you do.
Yes, those are related fields.
I see.
Yeah, just it's interesting the historical parallels between the fall of Germany and some of the other great civilizations that have fallen throughout time.
Oh, you don't say. Doctor, is it? Professor?
Doctor.
Doctor.
Mr. Doctor. Dr. Mr. is fine.
Mm-hmm.
So, but forgive me, I don't mean to dive right into a boring political conversation. I understand that you serve on the board of directors for this company that's throwing our little soiree here.
Yeah, they I felt like they thought some of my I'm a consultant, and I helped Tex make some contacts with the military for his tire ventures.
I see. Providing tires on a military contract, I imagine that's quite lucrative.
Yeah, it can be. I get a little piece of the action, able to make quite a good living for myself.
I see. And are you, when you were active, were you involved in equipment requisitions, that sort of thing? Or?
No, I was just a grunt on the ground down in those trenches, serving my country proudly.
Well, I appreciate your service. I genuinely do. Quite a achievement to be able to parlay service as a grunt into contracting. That's
Well,
Your superiors must have liked you quite a bit.
Yeah, well, I was a lowly lieutenant and had a few connections, so I was able to make some decent connections, and commanded my men proudly, and yeah, I have a few connections, you could say.
Now, do those? Forgive me for being ignorant of business. Now, if you want to talk about the trade habits of say the Jewish people as they moved around in the desert, I could go on about that all day, but I'm very
Jews.
I'm very, and I just I'm digging my nails into my hand on the other side. I'm I'm very ignorant when it comes to modern business. So does this contract of yours with the government, does that prevent the company from making deals extranationally, or are you able to sell to other countries?
It's all about who you know. It's a whole buddy system. Bunch of good old boys. You know how it is.
I do. Academia is quite similar. Every once in a while, you run across someone who has horrific and abhorrent ideas, but for the most part, we all get along and play nice with one another.
Yeah. Don't know about that other part you're talking about, but yeah.
Oh, surely you've run across some military men who have points of view one might consider deplorable.
Only deplorable thought I have is doing something against this great nation. And,
well, not you specifically, of course, but
well, no, and it's proud heritage of peoples, the right people. If you know what I'm saying.
I think I do. Yes. Well, it has certainly been a pleasure, and thank you for your time. Enjoy the rest of the party.
All right. Have a good day. Great talking to you, Professor.
Likewise. I look forward to speaking to you again very soon. Go ahead.
All right. Brock.
Yes.
How do you approach scrolling up here? Gary Trapper.
Gary Trapper.
Yes.
I had an idea, but I don't want to do it now.
You can do it. It's fine.
No.
You should do it.
No. So I'm gonna just kind of
It's
walk
not the
up.
same. It's different.
So I'm gonna walk up, big and loud, and just be like, "Hello, are you John Trapper?"
Gary Trapper. Who are you?
Gary Trapper. Sorry. Hello. Wait. You don't know who I am?
Holy shit. Are you what's his name? That big guy. The guy.
Hold on.
The guy.
Maybe if I did this.
Uh-huh. No, you know what? I have no idea who you are.
Interesting. I'm Brock Steele.
Brock Steele. That's a hell of a name, sir.
Why, thank you.
Kind of like
I chose it
Gary
myself.
Trapper. In fact, if we teamed up, we could be Steel Trapper.
Steel Trapper.
That's clever. That's clever.
Let me ask you. Have you ever played gridiron football?
No, sir, I have not, but I love watching the game.
You watch a good game.
Yeah, not as good as the good old American sport of baseball, but,
Baseball. A fine sport,
Yes.
a fine sport. But you seem like a man that's more rough and tumble than someone having a nice afternoon pastime with a ball. and bat.
You know what? Started out on the rough and tumble fields, oil fields of Texas, and well, I've done my fair share. Just kind of want to lean back and just watch some boys bat a ball around. You know how it is. Or do you?
I I myself have not climbed out of the rough and tumble. I don't believe I don't believe a man ever really leaves it behind.
Still playing ball there, Brock?
Oh, I've graduated from ball to a couple of other things.
All right. Cool. Excellent. Yeah. What do you do for a living?
I'm an adventurer. I'm a hero.
Oh. Does that pay well?
No.
Then why do you do it?
It's the right thing to do.
I guess. Sure. Yeah.
I have been blessed with certain abilities and features to my physical being, and
that is fantastic, sir.
I owe it back to the human race. The entire human race. Or at least
the entire human race. Or, just Texans, right?
Oh, we are getting a raid from Forever DMs. Hello,
Gasp.
Forever DMs. You have my sympathies. Let me know if you ever want me to run a game for you.
She's a good get for that. I don't understand. Why would it only be Texas?
It's just a joke, Texas, great state and nation, that sort of thing.
Allow me to help you. That's what I do. I'm in the business of helping people. A joke is usually formed with a setup, a misdirect, and then a punchline.
That's fantastic, sir.
Okay. So
you know what? It's been great talking to you, Steel Trap. No, we could be true.
That's our team up. When we become adventurers together, you seem like a man who really wants to go on an adventure. You came up with that name very quickly.
No, don't. Just thought it was funny. Anyway,
where have you? So you said that you come from the rough and tumble fields of the oil. What does the oil business do for you? Does the oil business pay well?
Oil makes me rich.
Makes you rich. Interesting.
Uh-huh.
And who's buying up your oil?
I don't know. People that need oil.
Any particular place?
You know what? Non-accountant. Don't really pay attention to that stuff. You can ask my distribution manager.
A businessman like you has no idea where his product is going.
Don't care as long as the money's good.
They told me that you were. I don't know, a bit more cowboyish than this.
What's more cowboy than just not giving a flying flip about anything, just living the good life, am I right?
Managing your land and your livestock and knowing exactly where everything is and having a pretty strict control over it to the point of fighting other people for that control.
Son, you're kind of bringing down the vibe here.
Well, I was looking to meet someone who had a fellow adventurous heart to myself, and not going to lie, you seem more like a suit than a man of action.
Well, you know what? I make money, lets me live the good life, and you know what? Frankly, I just don't care. As long as I get to do what I want to do.
And what is it that you want to do?
Just not have many knowing me with a lot of darn questions like you are. I thought you were pretty interesting there, Brock Steele, but now I just kind of find you kind of annoying with all your silly questions. You know what? We're no longer Steel Trap. Just don't like it anymore.
So you have, okay. You shut down there real easy at the slightest inconvenience, it seems.
Well, yeah, you're kind of bringing down my rich vibe. So,
So how about?
Let me get this straight. You do a job that doesn't pay money.
Correct.
You're thoughtful for other people's feelings.
Correct.
And yeah, just interesting.
And it seems like you are about the most mild-mannered, weak-willed Texan I've ever heard of.
I'm sorry, sir. What did you say?
I said it seems as though you are a weak Texan.
He literally just like sets his drink down, kind of takes off his coat and goes, "Say that again."
I said that you are not representing your state admirably.
He's going to take a swing at you.
Okay.
He is just an average human Texan.
Okay.
How does that work for you?
Can I gently punch his brain before he does?
Oh no. This is what I'm trying to get him to do. It's
Oh, okay.
You
Okay.
don't- No. So I want him. So I want him to hit me. Okay. And with my natural armor and my skin is essentially as dense as bronze, right? I want him to, I want his hand to essentially be like completely broken on my chin, but I will sell it. I will just be like, and like kind of like reel back a little bit from it.
So he hits you pretty good. It's a pretty solid hit that, because of the physics of it all, smashes every little bone in his hands. And he just reels back and starts screaming, just like, God damn it, God damn it, God damn it. Somebody give me some ice. I think I broke my goddamn hand.
Is that all you got? One punch from it. When the one punch Texan, he's given up.
You're still angry. He hits you with the other hand because he's a dumb man. He's a dumb, angry little man. Yeah, it breaks his other hand and just sitting around the ground. It's kind of created a commotion at this point.
Okay.
So to Cecil, give me you've been sitting there watching playing Overwatch the whole time. Have you been doing anything in particular? All of these meet and greets have kind of happened around the same time, with Brock sort of ending everything that's going on. So that's kind of the conclusion of events. What have you been doing, Cecil? What have you observed?
So I'd like to have looked for any suspicious behavior, like body language that indicates someone's got something to hide, or secret signals being given.
Okay.
Let's see.
So
There's
you'll
something else I
probably
had
need-
in my brain space and it just left.
You'll probably need to roll empathy, and then whatever attribute you think goes with that.
I'm going to say cunning.
Okay.
And I have 1 dot in empathy. It's not terrible. I thought I'd
Right.
have none. Let's see. How many dice is this? Let's get this. Yeah, 5 dice. Oh, yeah. A 4,
What'd you
2 5s, a 9, and a 10.
So a 9 and a 10.
Yes.
Okay, 3 successes. So you're looking around and you kind of watch everybody equally as much as you can as they're talking to other people, and then you kind of end on Brock getting not face smashed. And the only one that actually stood out to you was Jared Russell. Even though Betty never really directly talked to him, you could definitely see that he was actually listening into what his wife was saying, and you could just see him like shaking his head or doing like little nods to the wife, just trying to like get her out of there. Everybody else, I mean, you had the conversations that were had. The conversation with John Smith seemed a little weird with Henry, but yeah, you don't get a sense of that. The Jared Russell conversation was the only one that seemed overtly awkward for everyone involved.
I will, when various members of the party seem alone, look as if I'm mingling by going and telling them what I've observed.
Okay, so after everybody's talked to everybody, do you all group back up? Do you still sort of rotate around the room? What do you do? What was your plan after everybody had sort of spoken?
I don't think we planned that far ahead.
My
But regrouping is probably a good thing.
Okay.
So my immediate plan, if we can skip over this pretty quick, but my immediate plan was to hopefully go to some sort of quick makeshift infirmary, where they might be working on, like he's broken both of his hands, right? And there was a small scuffle, right? So maybe they take us both to another room and just check us out, like that kind of moment, right? And just, do the whole, like, you throw a damn good punch. You serve Texas well today. And just have that post-fight, like, bro moment to hopefully turn him from being an asshole into, like, well, we fought, so now we're friends.
So this man hates you with every inch of his life. Yeah, a couple of, like, servants or whatever kind of come up and help carry him away and put his hands in, like, buckets of ice or whatever. And he's kind of taken away. So
Okay.
yeah. So you guys are starting to come together, and y'all are able to meet up for the briefest moments, and kind of exchange information real quick. And then Cecil, given who you have suspicions of, have you ever stopped watching them? What have you done?
I'd like to think that the only time I've ever stopped looking directly at the two suspicious people is when I was looking at one of them and not the other.
Okay. You're actually noticing that they're starting to converge, and they start walking over towards Rex, who's in a corner, talking to his dad, and just sort of in a big group of people. And you see John Smith and Jared Russell start to make their way over there and join the crowd around the two hosts.
I would like to go eavesdrop.
Okay. Everybody else, Cecil's starting to walk away. You're able to get and have a quick word with each other. What do you do?
Daniel will explain how Mr. Coolidge probably has no ties to Nazis, if they didn't get that already.
Very nice.
Betty's like, should we be investigating the accountant? This guy seems like he's got a lot of power.
Is it the same accountant for all of these men?
Worth looking into.
That would be odd, but it's a lead. I think John Smith is a sympathizer, if not an actual Nazi.
All I can say is that John Trapper, if our secret Nazi spy, is of no worry or concern for us. He is a weak man and pretty stupid. Also, he's
Damn.
No.
Also, he's from Texas, so no concern.
Why don't you tell us how you really feel?
Dino actually comes over with Gordon O'Houlihan. They're like the best drinking buddies ever. They're just like, fuck you, fuck you.
I'll kind of like, turn him to the side and be like, check out the dame over there. And like have him turn around and be like, yeah, this guy's too old, too USA, and too drunk to do anything. He's not a Nazi.
Dino, but we'll have to have a conversation about your behavior.
And how wonderful it was.
Thanks, Danny. Appreciate you.
So Cecil, you actually everybody give me, everybody that's not Cecil, I should say, give me a survival and whatever attribute you want to roll with that blindly.
Any attribute?
Yeah.
You're trying to make it's an observation type roll, so
I will play fair.
Go with composure.
yeah.
I was actually gonna do composure.
3 successes for Dino.
Wow,
Oh, that's
Dino.
good because I got nothing.
Oh.
I got 3 cunning survival.
Oh, nice.
Daniel
Okay.
has 2.
Daniel has 2. You got dose. Betty's completely oblivious. Cecil, you're walking over. You're not with the other group. You're walking over. You're following Jared Russell and John Smith. You're kind of in that crowd. You feel really out of place with these people. And give me, man, observation's not a skill. What's a good observation skill?
Empathy?
Yeah, empathy is good. Empathy in an attribute that you're to see if you notice something.
Since I'm in a big crowd and it's not really my thing, I'm going to use composure.
Okay.
And that is 5 dice. A 9 and a 10.
9 and a 10. Very nice. You notice that Jared is trying to shake Rex's hand, and you notice a glint in his undercoat as he goes and sort of like reaches out his hand. What do you do?
I mean, better safe than sorry, so I'm just going to punch him in the brain.
Rad.
So several things happen at once. Cecil is off on their own, ready to brain punch somebody. Everybody but Betty hears a rumbling engine sound coming from the air above, and it's about that time that you can start to see something fluttering in the sky, and it's coming down towards you. So Cecil, brain punch this dude. Just don't roll all ones.
Mwahaha. So I get to use my scrolling.
Scrolling.
Enigmas or integrity. Always forget. Substituting the enigmas or integrity skill for the close combat skill. So what was the secondary thing I normally do? Was it Dex or Might?
Usually for ranged, it's Dex.
Right.
Yeah, okay.
Unless because it's a brain power, it's like intellect.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Yeah, read what it says. It tells you exactly what to replace it with.
I've used this all the time. Why do I not ever remember it? Okay.
I think you can do close combat and intellect.
Substitute close combat for something like enigmas.
Okay.
Actually, so that's... No, you cannot help me roll dice, cat.
Oh, but cat dice are best dice.
Is 7 dice total. Oh my gosh. Oh, I almost lost that one. Ah. One success.
One success. Good enough for a normie. You get him just enough where you knock him in the head and it sort of sends him spinning and down to the ground. You can definitely see he's got a gun in his coat, which seems awkward and weird to bring a gun to a party. Rex just kind of looks at him and just like, Jared, that's kind of messed up. You brought a gun to a party? But at the same time, the tent comes crumbling down. There's tears. There's screams as this thing starts to collapse on everybody. And there are 4 Nazi troopers who have just parachuted in and are ruining this great party that you guys are having. And they kind of look at you, and you look back at them, and even though they're sort of decked out in like flight gear and like paratrooper gear, you can definitely tell it's the copy dude. It's like 4 of the same dude. They kind of look at you, they look at all of you, and then they kind of look over at Rex, and they're just like, "Give us the girl in the briefcase, or everybody dies."
No.
Betty will respond, "How about you die?"
Okay. Everybody, give me initiative rolls.
That's the lowest of empathy and what is it?
Yeah, I had it written down here somewhere. Lower of athletics and cunning, or empathy and dexterity,
Right.
whichever's the lowest.
This is definitely empathy dex.
Yeah, definitely is for me too.
One success though.
Amazing.
Wait,
Hi.
too.
say that again? The
It's-
lower of what?
It's the lowest of athletics and cunning, or empathy and dexterity. That's right.
I rolled
That's the
10,
same.
so 2 successes.
All right.
2 successes as well.
1 success.
I got one.
Mm-hmm.
I have 3 successes, sir.
Look at you, Daniel. And I'm sorry, Betty. What did you get?
2 successes.
2 successes. Damn, everybody's getting 2 successes. Okay. Daniel,
Yes.
you got the most successes, so you will. Your slot is first. Do you want to go first? Do you want to let somebody else go first?
So where have these
They're
Not
kind of all
says-
around. They're all around the party. They're not together. They just sort of dropped in sporadically, and you can definitely see up above is that blimp that was really annoying you before.
the blimp? How far away is the blimp?
Sky far away. What's your idea for? And we'll see if it's relative distance.
If I remember correctly, I can projectile vomit myself. What was it, 1,000?
Oh yeah, you can airburst. That's right.
Yeah. Can't remember how far it was.
I thought
It's
it was
long,
like
long
1,000
range.
feet.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
long range. That's what it was.
Okay, yeah, yeah, you could probably do that.
We'll save that for later. We'll take the Zeppelin out last as I
Okay.
throw myself through it.
Just get a knife out like it's a Bollywood flick. Just,
Exactly. No, actually, I'm just gonna go and try and because I'm real good at. Oh no, I have my gun. I do have my gun still.
And you do know there are stashes about, so
This is correct.
Shit, where are the jetpacks?
there were no stash jetpacks. They did not survive.
Dang it. Even the one that I gave him, did he not reverse engineer them?
It's only been a few days. It's in parts and pieces being reversed engineered right now.
He should have told me. I could have called a guy. You know what? Because I am, Daniel is afraid, even though he's confident in his ability to fire, with all of the civilians around, he won't risk it.
Okay.
So he's just gonna try and tackle one of these. They're the closest Nazi that's around.
Okay.
He's just gonna, do like a half jump over a table and, go for it.
Right. There's an actual tackle ability, isn't
I
there?
believe it's close combat and might.
Okay.
which I am not great at. Horrible, actually. But you know what? Fortune favors the bold.
Okay.
I got
Yes.
one success.
You got one success. They got one success as well.
Oh, it's a dance-off.
It's a dance-off. So you go running and you try to like tackle him, but you end up in that sort of like wrestling like lockup
We're
with
locked up.
them. Yeah, you're locked up. Cecil, the 4 Nazis just landed in the crowd behind you. But there's this dude on the ground and Rex is kind of like, gun, what? What do you do?
I would like. I'd like to dive for that gun.
Okay, dive for the gun. Give me a you're definitely going to be doing close combat, and then whatever skill you think
That's. So I have no dots in close combat.
okay.
Um,
You better argue that attribute pretty well then.
oh, easy peasy. I'm gonna use my big old brain to try and math that dive. Like,
Okay.
calculate my weight plus the wind plus the distraction of the Nazis plus the distance from myself to the gun on the floor. And yeah, I'm math meme person all over.
Sure, you math tackle him.
Yes. Oh, plus I have an advantage from Hot Dog Wizard for
Oh yeah, that's right. It has been a while.
pomegranates.
Yes.
Yes, indeed.
Oof.
Had to remind me of that one.
Wow.
I should make that a complication.
Rolled a 10.
You rolled a 10 too. You dive right in just the right angle, and you put your hands exactly where you thought they needed to be, and you slip that gun out of his coat. And what do you do with this gun as you have it in your hands now? Do you point it? What do you do?
I am going to take that directly to the party member who actually does the shooty bits.
Okay, so you
Because
take it
I
and you
do
just
not.
you run away with that gun. And Rex is just kind of like, what the hell? Oh God. And everybody's trying to like get to cover and try to get out of the way as fight's starting to break out. Betty, what does Betty do?
Betty has a decent aim, so she sees Cecil with the gun, and she's like, Cecil!
And that's my intention then. I'm gonna
Okay.
bring it to Betty.
Cecil then math throws the gun your way.
Okay.
Do have a
And-
perk that helps me calculate, by the way.
Then I won't make a roll to catch it. Aim and whatever you want to shoot that gun as you, in the same swift motion, you catch it, cock it, and aim it and shoot.
Dexterity then.
Okay.
Which is my best stat. I'm gonna punch so many holes in the Nazis. That is 4 successes.
Whoa.
Wow, nice. Yeah, that bullet. They try to move, but they feel really proud and they know that they're strong, and they take that bullet right in the chest, and you can definitely see that there's just blood gushing out of that wound. They're not looking too great with that at the moment. Cool. I'll say that was clone 1, and then
Nice.
it is their turn now, and yeah, that one's just gonna come and try to. They're gonna shoot back. Guys, come back. Okay, where'd it go? Nope, that's no success. Ooh, nice. Okay, cool. 3 successes to shoot back at you. Where's my cheat sheet? They have a special power when shooting. Where is it? Okay, cool. What was your defense roll?
Me?
Yeah.
I have not made one. What is a defense roll?
Crap. I had it somewhere. Brock, what's the defense roll?
The defense roll is you basically pick whatever your resilience you are using in that scenario. So if it's getting punched or shot, it's most likely stamina. And then your successes is your defense plus any armor that you're wearing.
Yes.
Okay, I think my only armor is my makeup, so I don't think that counts. But rolling the stamina, 1 success.
1 success. They shoot, still beat your successes, and you take a gunshot to an area on your body.
Son of a bitch. Ow.
So is that 1 injury condition or were
1
they
injury.
crit?
No crits. Just 1 injury.
Okay.
Daniel, you're locked up with this dude.
Yes.
Oh, wow. They seem to be overpowering you quite quickly. What do you do?
What are they doing?
They're trying to reverse grapple you at this point. Bring you in closer.
A reverse grapple, you say?
Yes.
Then we must resolve.
What was the reverse grapple roll?
Well, I mean, if he's grappling me, then I can try and
Right.
not be grappled.
Right. Go ahead and roll that.
That's
That's what I meant. Not reverse grapple. Duh.
I like reverse
What about
grapple. I'm for it.
Yeah.
Reverse grapple headlock. I can actually roll athletics on this, which I have the same amount of dots.
Nice.
But I am going to use resolve
Oh, okay.
to stand fast
All right.
in my grapple, which gives me more than I had last time.
Okay.
Changing dice pool. Rolling. Dose successes.
Dose successes. He got 5 successes on his,
Whoa.
his roll to grapple you.
Well,
So
Whoa.
you're trying to like lithely like move about, and like you're trying to like go around him, and then you just end up in a headlock on the other side of him, and he just like squeezes you and tries to suffocate you. The other 2 are just randomly shooting around, trying to create chaos, and they're trying to go after Rex. So they're sort of running towards where Cecil is. And Brock,
Yep.
it is your turn. What do you do?
I will run up and specifically to the ones that are trying to intercept Rex. I'll cut one off and I will throw a haymaker towards his face.
All right, do it.
All right. My might is 4. Close combat is 3. Hot damn. That's 2 10s and 2 9s.
Jeez.
So
Okay.
4 6 successes.
Okay. Okay. He rolled a 2 on his defense, so you have a total of 4 successes to do anything you want with him.
Okay, so here's what I do. So I have the 1 success right to hit him. I'm gonna spend another 1 to deal damage. So I deal
Okay.
1 injury condition, and then
Okay.
my chin music kicks in. I can reduce the cost of the critical stunt by 2 successes. So,
instead of 4,
One.
it's 2.
yeah, so 1 for damage, 2 for critical. So I deal 2 injury conditions to him, and I have 1 left. Do we have a momentum pool in this game?
Yes.
Yep, and I'll put that last one towards the group momentum pool.
Okay, nice. All right, so that one's looking kind of messed up. Cool. And now to Henry. Henry, what do you do?
You said 2 of these Nazi clones are chasing Rex. Is that correct?
Yeah, but one just got clocked in the face real bad.
So there's one that's still running away?
One that's still, trying to chase after him.
Well, it's very fortunate that I had the foresight to put this rope down here, right in his way.
Yes, I will allow it.
I'll just yank that up.
All right, give me a nice either athletics or close combat, whichever you got better, and then whatever attribute you want to use.
Because I sprung this as like a trap, can I use survival?
Yes, I will allow survival. I was just about to say
Excellent.
that too.
And then how about stamina? Just because I'm not going to move, he's going to.
Yeah,
move.
I'm down for that too. Yeah, survival and
Excellent.
stamina. So that's 9 dice for you.
8.
Hey.
Let's see here. Not great on 8 dice. Not a lone success.
Really?
No, not a 1. Nay. Can I snag 2 momentum out of the pool, team,
Sure.
for some extra dice? Because 9.
Sure.
Oh, there we go. There's 2 successes on a 10. So
Okay. He got 2 successes as well, but I'll say you trip him up, and now he recognizes you as a threat, so he's no longer chasing after Rex.
excellent.
Excellent. So back to the top of the round, we have Daniel.
The only thing I can do because I'm grappled is try and get out of the grapple.
Okay.
Did Dino go? And I missed.
Oh shit, Dino, how did I miss you? What was your total?
I think I had 2 successes.
Being
Oh,
awfully
shit.
quiet for a guy called the Mouth.
Yeah, I know. I totally forgot. Go ahead and go.
Alrighty. Well, I look over at Houlihan here, and I just pull up my pistol. I hand it to him, like, so you shoot the ones we shoot, all right, buddy? And then
Pulls out 2 guns, and they're
yes,
like 6 shooters.
yes.
So
Like mother of pearl handles on them, and like,
yeah, just you made a buddy. You have an extra 2 to
Yes.
momentum for this this roll.
the front sight has like steer horns on it. There's like truck nuts on the handle.
Yes, yes.
I take like my very worn, used like Colt 1911. I'm just like, okay then. I just
I'll get you a better one after this.
I'll keep mine, and I will very just like take a knee, very professionally steady, and I will. I'm gonna shoot down the one that Betty shot earlier.
Okay, cool. I dig it.
Try to finish off one of these guys. Team dexterity. That's that many dice. Two successes.
2 successes. With your so you hit, and I'll say that you do an extra damage to him, or you hit and do a damage, just because that sweet gun bling just is great. So that guy's not looking so great. All right, cool. Back to the top again. Daniel.
Yes, like I said, I have to try and get out of this.
Yes, you do.
What am I allowed to use? Was that it?
I think somebody has a special power, I think, to get out of grapples. I can't remember.
Close combat, or I don't know if anybody does. I have slipped the cuffs.
Yeah, I do not.
It'd be close combat or athletics if you're trying to get out of the grapple, right?
Yes. Yeah. What would be a good attribute for this?
I will say I will let you cheat.
What?
if you wanted to airburst.
Here we go. No, see, I got you one better.
Okay.
Oh no.
So Daniel's like he's trying to get out of this chokehold, and then he looks up, like the lights go on, and instead of trying to pull it off, he grabs his arm and pulls it in, and then turns his head towards one of the Nazis that is further away from him, and then airbursts, taking the Nazi with me and aiming at the other one.
I dig it. All right, cool.
Perfect.
The Sam Guthrie maneuver. Yeah.
So I will spend an inspiration to airburst. I will not airburst to the full extent. I don't need to fly, 1,000 meters or yards away. We'll go to like the short range. So
Okay. Two have been hurt and two haven't, so I will let you aim at whoever you want to.
I would have. Just picked the very first one I saw, and that was a not hurt one.
Okay, fair enough.
Would you like me to roll any skill to see if I hit the man or if I fly right past him?
Aim and whatever attribute you feel is appropriate.
Oh, you beautiful man, you. As if firing his gun, Daniel will roll 8 dice
Impressive.
for 4 successes.
So I rolled nothing. So you have 4 successes and can just treat it as if it were a weapon.
Oh,
So what would you-
well, I will definitely inflict that damage with 1.
Okay.
Question: Can he treat those successes as though they were against both of the Nazis?
Yeah, I'm counting it towards both of them.
Oh, so then I will do 1 damage to each.
Okay. Anything else?
Are they carrying weapons?
Yeah, they have handguns.
So as I smack into the one that hasn't been injured, I will deal 1 to the one that's on me, 1 damage to the one that I just hit, and then I'll use my remaining 2 successes to seize his weapon as I fly by.
Yeah, that one's considered disarmed. Nice. All right. I dig it. Cecil, you just tossed the gun to Betty. Betty used it wisely. What do you do?
So, I figure I've got my journal on me.
Mm-hmm.
Am I near one of the Nazi clone things?
They are within range of attack, yeah. Any of them.
I would like
Uh-huh.
to toss my journal up in the air
Mm-hmm.
and use the fist of the mind to punch the journal right into a Nazi. And
Yes.
Sure.
I'm gonna go Kansas on him and say, "Get you some learning."
I dig it.
So I'm going to roll that with
All right.
my enigmas and intellect.
Roll it.
Where's my legible numbers? Come here, legible numbers. Oh my god.
What'd you get?
I got 2 9s and 2 10s.
Oh!
That is a lot. Since we're getting close to the end of the night, I will just say that Nazi has a book through its skull.
Yes.
That is the best roll I've ever had.
Operation complete.
Yes.
Just literally carved right through, and it's just like a book-sized divot inside of, like, straight through that Nazi skull, and he just falls right on the ground.
I would like to look over and say, looks like your day just went sauerkraut.
Nailed it. Betty, it's your turn. You got that gun in your hand. One of these Nazis just went down.
All
What
right,
do you
well,
do?
that's the one that I don't need to shoot.
No.
Are there any other Nazis around who need shooting?
Yeah, there's 3 other ones. One's actually been disarmed from his gun. The other one's still holding on to, grappled with Daniel.
I'm gonna help Daniel out, because also I'm a daredevil and I like taking risks. I'm gonna shoot the one that's grappling Daniel.
I dig it. Go ahead.
Alright, so... still aim dexterity?
Yeah.
Neat. Gonna roll one of my lucky dice for this one. Ooh! Lucky dice came through. That's 2 10s, 2 9s, and an 8. So
Okay.
7.
Okay, that is a lot of successes. What would you like to do?
So, I would like to shoot, pretty much shoot Daniel loose. So, you know, if I can land a bullet, like, right in the guy's, like, hand or wrist, just like, no.
Yeah, I will let you shoot him in his arm to cause him to lose control of Daniel.
Yeah, and then just fire again to drop this motherfucker.
Down. All right. He you got 7 successes. How much of that do you want to dump into damage?
All of it. He's a Nazi.
Yeah. That one, you shoot and blow his arm off, which frees Daniel, and he falls on the ground and starts to bleed out. There are 2 remaining, and they are going. One's disarmed and didn't like you, Betty, killing his friend that way, so he's going to try to run and come up and punch you. And oh yes, ooh, ouch. So he's not really a punchy guy though, so roll your defense.
Oh, that's a 10 and an 8.
10 and 8. Damn it. So he rolls up and tries to punch you, but whiffs. Like that probably would have landed if you hadn't dodged so easily. The other one, everybody in the room, give me an empathy and one of your finesse, whichever your best finesse is.
Oh, I like this dice pool. This is 8 dice.
That's no successes for Henry.
Aw, poor Henry.
That is 5 for me. 2 10s and an 8.
Damn, Betty.
3 for Dino.
3 for Dino.
2 for Brock.
2 for Brock.
No successes. My book Mind Punch stole them all.
Just took it all out of you. What you got, Daniel?
3.
3.
Yeah.
So Daniel, Dino, you got 3 as well?
Yeah.
So Dino, Daniel, and Betty, you all notice this guy. You notice the one that's not as hurt, or that isn't engaged at the moment, is actually, you can see his lips barely moving, and his throat is very slightly quivering, as if these guys are like talking but not talking to each other. And you can see him kind of look up, and the only reason you notice it is because he's very stressed in the way that he's doing it. And it's almost like if he were whisper screaming, that's what he's doing. And you think something might be happening up on that blimp. Dirigible. Airship. Yes.
Zeppelin.
Rigid
Zeppelin?
airship.
Zeppelin. Yeah.
Whisper yelling.
Whisper yelling.
Is it a whole lot of love?
Yes, a love for the Aryan race. Yes, that is what it is. Rock, it's your turn.
There's more Nazis for me to punch, right?
Yeah, there are 2 left on the grounds.
All right. Brock's had his fill of aerial nonsense, so he's gonna keep his feet firmly on the ground for now, and proceed with fisticuffs against the Nazis again. So that's 4,
Okay.
5, 6, 7. So I actually did again have the specialities of my athletics, and I took that to kind of be like my brawn, like I'm just incredibly strong. Can I use my athleticisms to assist my boxing in close combat?
I'll allow it this one time.
Okay, so it's going to increase this by 3, so 7, that's a solid 10. All right, here we go. I'll be goddamned. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of my 10 all fails.
Okay.
Last 2. Ten dice, no successes.
You go running up and you just try to you do the little and like you're literally just airboxing, and you're just a few inches away from this dude.
I'm just slapboxing him like, ha 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 ha. Wow.
You know.
God.
I'd like to go over to these cords the Nazis zipped down.
Uh-huh.
Is there a device that would...
They parachuted it.
they parachuted in? Oh, I thought they
Yeah.
came through this, came down on
No, they're not that cool.
ropes. Okay,
Yeah,
all right.
Parachuted.
I look up at the blimp. I'd like to go over to one of the dead and/or knocked out Nazis, and kind of comb them over for whatever they're using to communicate. See if I can find it.
You realize that they do have headsets on. So yeah.
I will put that in my ear.
It's one of those big, like, it's like a whole strap over your head, and it's got like the wire.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Over.
Hey, this is Dino. Who the fuck are you?
Somebody says something back in German that you think is just awful.
You have to say over.
Hey, this is Dino. Who the fuck are you? Over.
Says something back in German. Over.
Do I know German?
I don't know. Do you?
Yes.
He called you an American pig dog. You can suck your mother's eggs, and that you will all die in fiery blaze of nationalistic rage.
Yeah, okay, then, yeah, whatever you want to say, but just know that, Nazis always lose. And then I will, I'll take the headset off and just be like, boring conversation anyway. I will, if I have the action still to do, I don't know how much of an action that was to do that. I would like to.
Not an action. Yeah.
All right, cool. I'm gonna shoot the Nazi.
Okay.
How many dice is that again? 4 plus 2. 2 successes.
2 successes. Oh, I guess I should roll this. No. Oh, are you really? Seriously? Come on. Oh, wow. God damn it. Okay. I just rolled a Steve, so.
I use 1 success to hit and 1 to do damage.
1 to do damage. All right. Another one is not looking great. Okay, cool. Henry, it is your turn.
As we discussed earlier, and I stashed all these things around, if possible,
Yes.
I would like to reach under the nearest table and pull out a Thompson submachine gun.
That is allowed. Yes.
Excellent.
You actually like lift the top of a barrel and you had just stuck it straight down and you just pull it out and it's got a full clip.
And as I take aim, does it have like one of the round like?
Oh
No,
yeah, it's yeah,
like,
yeah,
all right.
yeah.
As I
Yeah.
take aim, I would like to, if I could, spend a point or even 2 of inspiration for dramatic editing, so that this Nazi who I failed to trip is tied up enough in the rope that they are going to have a complication to try to get out of the way of this shot.
That one's already dead.
Oh, okay.
You have one who's disarmed and one who's not looking great. The other one that's disarmed is still looking okay, but I will still give you the dramatic editing to into this individual's life.
Yeah, sure. We'll say that is that the one that that Danny Boy slammed into?
Yes.
Yeah, we'll just say that he's kind of doing like the finish him sway, so he'll have a complication to his defense.
Yes.
Finisher.
He has no defense.
And I'll go for aim and I guess cunning.
Okay.
Fatality.
Not a 1. Damn.
Not a 1.
Not a 1.
Not a success at all.
Not a success at all, unfortunately.
Damn.
Why are the dice turning on us at the literal last minute?
Unless somebody wants me to roll another momentum or 2, I've already burnt 2.
Yeah.
Spend it. Spend it.
Pick all the
Momentum.
momentum.
Yeah, might as well.
Sure.
The end of the night.
I'll spend
Smoke 'em if
2.
you got 'em.
That's a 10, so 2 successes.
There we go.
All right. Riddle him with holes, and he is just German cheese at this point.
Then I'll run up and hit him with the butt of it like Picard in First Contact.
that just smashes his face in. Yeah, he is out. The other one, the other Nazi, you can actually tell he's saying something up in German. Dino, did you keep the headset on?
Yeah.
He's telling somebody up on the dirigible.
It's more like around my neck, but yeah.
Right. You can actually hear he's telling somebody like, make that bomb go faster.
Oh. Hey, I know we'll have a lot of fun with our new friends here, but there's a bomb somewhere.
That's all right. German manufacturing is renowned for being terrible. I would like to spend 2 inspiration for that bomb to have a itchy.
Wait, can all the daredevils use all their inspiration to just use to reshape all of the luck in the world? There's like 4 of us, right? There's like 4 daredevils in this team.
Half the team.
I want to use all of my inspiration to guide this and make it so it's like the countdown, like boop boop boop, and then it just pauses on 1.
It is midnight, so here's what's happened. Daniel kind of grabs the daredevils and air bursts upwards, and you land on the blimp, and you can actually see there is one of the Nazis, the Aryans, who is he looks different. He's taller, wider, stronger than the rest of them. You kind of take this one to be the Aryan Prime, and so he kind of looks at you, and you can tell he's wearing part of a super suit, and that were seeing the designs of earlier, and just like stupid Americans. And it's at that point that somehow all the luck in the world just turns against this guy, and the Telluric bomb that he was going to set off to kill everybody in the vicinity, it was glowing very brightly blue, and then suddenly you hear like a tick a sputter and just like gears just flipping, and then spoing, and then that blue aura just kind of like goes away as his awesome bomb has failed. And it's with that everybody just sort of bum rushes him. One of you is able to sort of overload his suit, toss him out of the blimp, and his suit just overloads and explodes into like blue glitter that sort of falls down over the gala, and everybody's just kind of looking up, and they don't know what happened. They don't realize that they're getting sprinkled with sparkling Nazi goo.
Sparkling Nazi goo.
Right. And you all have that heroic moment as you have defeated a group of Nazis, saved the world possibly, or at least saved all these rich people that are down here at this gala. As the night wears on, you're able to get back down, and local authorities take Jared into custody as possibly being some sort of Nazi spy that'll have to be looked into. And Rex kind of comes up to you and all, and is just like, I just want to thank you. That was some pretty heroic deeds. I feel inspired. You all, I hired the right crew here. That's definitely a thing. I thank you. And as a reward, I could help you with anything you need help with. Is there anything I can help you out with or pay you?
Do you have any access to advanced medical technology? I have a very
no, but I have
wife
a
at
shit
home.
ton of money, Henry. So
Excellent. I've been reading some interesting work on theories about dialysis. I would like to try for my wife.
dialysis sounds fascinating. You know what? See me at my office tomorrow when we get back to town, and we'll get that taken care of. Anybody else?
So I have a couple plans, and I'm pretty sure to cross the ocean in one.
In one flight? I don't think that can be done, but you know what? Damned if it won't have a old rubber on the side when it's done.
We'll start with the Atlantic. It's smaller.
No, you know what? I say go big or go home. Let's do the Pacific.
Okay.
Or the Atlantic,
Hawaii
whichever
first.
you prefer.
We'll get to Hawaii first, and then we'll figure out how to get there.
Hawaii. Sounds fascinating.
Dino will turn to all of you and just be like, right, well, thank you so much for being so cooperative. I appreciate it. The International Detective Agency very much appreciates your cooperation in this matter of making sure that the Nazis have not infiltrated America. And you'll be hearing from me, hopefully, for any other pairings that you might have to do in the coming months, and making sure that this Nazi riffraff never happens again in this great country. Until then, pip pip cheerio, and he'll just turn right around and start walking away.
Who was that guy?
I literally was getting, who the fuck was that? Brock says, who the fuck was that?
I'll turn back around. Oh, I'm sorry. You might know me. You might have known me briefly as Dino, but really, my name is Alfred Longshakes. So yes, it was very, very nice meeting you.
Quite the thespian, Alfred.
I have no idea what you're referring to about that, but yeah. Yes.
Rex is like, I hired a Brit?
Oh, no. You only thought you hired me. We've been investigating this matter much longer than you've ever been aware of it. Olga, her father, everything was already prepared by the International Detective Agency.
Can I get my money back then?
No, those will be your expenses. Appreciate it very much.
Well, that's... Okay.
Wow.
Cecil, Brock, Daniel, is there anything I can do for you?
There's only one thing that I want.
Name it.
I want a new plane for Betty. And some
Yeah, well-
textiles.
You know what? I might know somebody who can get you those textiles. Cecil and Brock.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Go ahead. You go first.
I'd like more adventures, actually.
Oh, well, stick around. I think we'll have a bunch of them. Brock, what can I do for you, my big lad?
Yes. So, back home, there's a man named Bob Kaner. He's the best college football announcer in the world.
Uh-huh.
I like his show nationally syndicated.
You want to nationally syndicate...
Wisconsin, the University of Wisconsin Badger football should be played for all to hear.
This guy is going to Notre Dame, Wisconsin football. This guy is Notre Dame, Wisconsin football right now. That is what's happening.
Is
No,
there
but
something else you want?
Nope.
It's amazing because the Notre Dame are the Fighting Irish, and they're the Fighting Irish because they fought the KKK.
Yeah, I guess we can nationally syndicate some guys.
Bob Kaner.
Wisconsin, Bob Kaner, sure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Wisconsin should be in their own football league and get to choose whoever they want to play and be on national television so everyone's forced to watch their games.
Syndicate the Badgers. We don't need no stinking Badgers.
Yeah, so Brock nationally syndicates, what's his name?
Bob Kaner.
Bob Kaner, and for years to come, it is everybody comes to like Wisconsin football a little bit more. And I guess Henry, you actually are able to eventually find some sort of solution, or at least prolong your wife's life to where she can kind of live happily ever after with you. Cecil, you're actually given a job within the business. But your job is definitely clandestine in nature and research and things like that. And you start researching really outlandish technologies related to telluric energy. And Daniel, you become the textile king of the West.
Is he the Blue Baron?
I forgot about that. Dino, you go off and do...
No, not Dino. Alfred.
Dino. Alfred goes off and does Inspector Clouseau type things elsewhere. And Betty, you actually do make it to Hawaii and then eventually across the oceans to Asia. That plane is on its last legs when you reach there, and it's kind of a crash landing, but you manage to accomplish it. And then cut away to somewhere deep underground in an old mine somewhere in Las Vegas that's been retrofitted to like in a pretty fancy high-tech workshop. You can see Rex is actually working on some sort of powered armored gauntlet, and you see like he puts it on and closes the fist, and then you see that fist kind of like jut out real quick, and there's like a burst of telluric energy, and he's just like, ha. And that's where we'll end our, what is it, Steve?
Trinity Continuum Adventure.
Excellent. Viewers, thank you for experiencing our Trinity Continuum adventure, The Purest Evil, with us. I believe next week we're going to return with an Exalted Jumpstart. Dwayne?
Yes, that is correct.
All right. Excellent. Looking forward to that. If you enjoyed the show, we are Vorpal Tales, and we play awesome adventures and terrifying tales live on Twitch every day of the week. You can find us at twitch.tv/Vorpal Tales, and you can learn all about us and how to connect with us, including social media and Discord, on our website, vorpaltales.com. Links will appear in the chat. Inspired, let the viewers know who you are one more time, and let the next place people can catch you. Tell us where we can find you. Rachel.
Hey, my name is Rachel. You can find me Stolen Fires pretty much everywhere. Let's see, tomorrow I will be here at 5 o'clock Eastern with doing the Technocracy Reloaded Kickstart, which I'm pretty excited for. And then I will be back here on Thursday running Changeling the Dreaming. It's Generational Chronicle. This one is set in World War II. If you like Nazi punching action, and if you really like Nazi punching action, a game that I have been writing and editing for is hitting Kickstarter. in just a couple weeks. I'm really excited. I got to write a genre for it. It's called Punching Nazis. It's amazing. Play a night witch who's an actual witch or a dragon pilot. It's great. Yeah, that's what I've been up to.
Nice. Patty, where can we find you?
I am Patrick. You can find me on the internet at @PattyShakes_. The next time you see me will be this Friday, where Dwayne will be running the Geist Jumpstart. And I am very excited for that, as I have played most of the other games in that realm. I've played a hunter and a beast and something else, and now I get to play a Geist, so I'm very excited for that. Otherwise, you can find me brainstorming new things to write about in 5e, as I am Captain 5e, known by my friends here. Vorpal Tales did just release a supplement for Scarred Lands on Drive-Thru RPG, and you can totally check us out there. It's called Troubadours and Tender Keepers, Pugilists and Pack Keepers. And we released a bunch of classes and prestige classes and spells and all kinds of goodness for Scarred Lands, so you should totally check that out.
Cool. Dwayne.
Yes, that's me, Dwayne. At Made of Kimchi on the internet. Next time you guys can see me, we'll be over at Vorpal Tales on what's today? Tuesday. So Thursday, running Pathfinder 2nd Edition, Strange Aeons. The next time that I will be on Onyx Path will be next Tuesday, like Sean said, running the new Jumpstart for Exalted.
Awesome. I'm excited. Ever.
Hey everybody, I'm Ever. Pronouns are they, them, and I have been Cecil. It's a lot of fun to play Cecil. I'd totally play this character again. You can find me all over the internet as Changeling Ever, and you can find me playing pretty much all week this week. Except for Saturday, of course. I will be doubling up on gaming Thursday and Friday, because I have lost all the sanities.
They don't know how to say no.
Well, that's accurate as well, but Changeling the Lost. But anyway, so tomorrow evening you can find me playing Bug in Tales from the Loop. One of my favorite characters as well. Love that Bug.
Excellent. Travis.
My name is Travis Legg, he, him. I am the programming coordinator for the Onyx Path Twitch, the line developer for Scarred Lands, and doing some development work on Mage 20th Anniversary Edition. When I'm not here, I am at Travis Legg pretty much everywhere on the internet except on Twitch, where I'm at Plastic Age Plays. I will next be seen here on Thursday at 4 p.m. for some Squeaks in the Deep for Realms of Pugmire. I'll be playing with Ever, I do believe. And then on Friday, Changeling Hearts on Trial, also playing with Ever. We're going to get to hang out a whole bunch this week, so it's going to be a fun time.
No, I'm
I know.
so disappointed.
Sad and terrible. And then after that, Monday, I will be at 3 p.m. Eastern. I'll be here running Trinity Continuum, A Quantum Leap, the Trinity Continuum Core Jumpstart, which is a lot of fun. So
Nice.
I'll be all over the channel this coming week.
All right. Steve.
Hello, everybody. I am Steve. You can find me on the internet at Voodoo Arcade. Tonight I played Brock Steele, and the next time you can find me will be tomorrow on the Vocal Tales channel playing Tales from the Loop. That'll be the last time that I am playing Randy, the Troublemaker, who will probably get Bug in a lot of trouble.
Dope. All right. Awesome. We'd like to thank all of you once again for sharing the story with us, and for the love of the dice. Game on.